Hey Rick, how you doing?
Hey Dan, how are you, buddy?
Good. Cold out,
Friday
eh?
night. Yeah, buddy, it's freezing.
Man.
16 degrees and no sign of any warmth for another maybe 2 months. So yeah,
Yeah, no, it's not. I heard next week it's going to be like 36, 38. So
heat wave. Yeah,
for Chicago it is.
yeah,
You know how it is in Chicago though.
yeah.
When it's 50 degrees after the winter, people are walking around in shorts and, a
And
t-shirt.
barbecuing.
Yeah. Well, my neighbor still barbecues.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he
I,
barbecues all winter.
I did it one time in the winter a while back, and it took 6 hours to cook the chicken.
Oh wow.
That's how cold it was.
That's too cold.
Yeah, it was Jim Beam and Heineken.
You got toasted before the chicken did.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was good at that back in the day.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
neighbor's really good at barbecuing. He's got all
yeah.
kinds of different
You
grills.
got a smoker and stuff too.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the
Yeah,
smoker, he's got like a gas one, he's got a charcoal. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And he knows how to
Yeah,
use them all.
my brother-in-law does that too. He's teaching my nephew Anthony actually how to do it. Doing the dry rub and stuff. It turned out pretty good the last one.
Yeah. Well, you know Phil Wingo, right?
Yeah,
He's like a professional pit boss.
really.
Oh yeah, he goes all around the world, literally all around the world.
Competition.
Yeah, he does the competition. Every once in a while he'll show his trophies and stuff.
Nice.
But he's got his own line of rubs and stuff too.
Really.
Yeah, it's called Pork Mafia.
Pork Mafia.
Yeah, look it up.
Okay.
It's cool stuff. It's a cool logo too.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Does he do jerkies and shit?
he does everything. He does
Yeah.
like big giant like they'll go to like a farm and pick out the thing that's still alive, and then the next
Mm-hmm.
time you see it, it'll be spread out on a the whole thing is split in half and spread out on this giant grill.
Nice.
But he does a lot of stuff down south.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go to like Georgia and
Yeah.
um,
That's funny about that.
Tennessee.
Barbecue's big in Chicago, but not like it is in the South. You know?
Yeah, well, the south it's really big, and
Oh
then
yeah.
Texas
Yeah.
will be in Texas, and I've seen a
Florida
few.
Florida has good barbecue,
I
believe it or
think I
not.
think he might be there now, or he was there last week, Florida.
Yeah.
But he's traveling around all year round.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, every once in a while I'll see posts and he'll be like in Europe.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't think they barbecued. I know in Spain they do.
yeah. But
There's barbacoa.
he does um he's on like TV shows every once in a while too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooking shows or
Yeah. Well, I think they're like more like um shows that deal in cooking outside.
mm-hmm. He should get on one of them Food Network game shows
Yeah.
and
He
win a
might
20
be for all
grand.
I know.
20 grand you can win up to, I think.
Yeah. He's but he's all over the place. I always, kid around, where's, what was that? Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
I say, where's Phil today? But yeah, I'm not good at it. I mean, I could cook a hamburger on a grill
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
chicken,
Yeah.
but beyond that, I don't really cook ribs or roast or smoke anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
my
haven't
neighbor
done it in a
does.
while.
Yeah, he's good. Like I say, it really is an art form if you're
There
good
was
at it.
when I lived down in Clearwater, there was a roadside barbecue, a husband and wife team. And I was driving by one day and I got a whiff of the smoke and I did a U-turn, you know, and you get for $6.95, you get two short ribs, You get beans, coleslaw, and a roll for
I know.
$7.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was some good eat.
When we were down in Nashville visiting my son Eddie because he was at Vanderbilt, we would travel around just just exploring,
Mm-hmm.
looking for like restaurants off the beaten path.
Mm-hmm.
And we found this one, and I couldn't even tell you what it is, but I did a quick little live stream on it when I was there. But they cooked in a parking lot. They had one of those big
Was it like a bar?
yeah, I would say it
Okay.
was, but it was like a um what do you call it where you park your boats?
A dock.
Yeah, but there's something else. But anyways, it was like a dock area.
Okay.
It was like a restaurant sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the top of it you would go up and you can order food, but the barbecuing was all done outside in the parking lot. And
Mm-hmm.
as it was done, they would bring it up in pans and then serve it.
That's good eating.
Yeah, but the beans and the coleslaw and everything was all done indoors.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it
So
was
it's pretty good
neat.
barbecue.
Yeah, and then they would have live bands there too.
Yeah.
This place was small. I'll bet you it was twice the size of my garage.
Really.
Yeah, but they would actually
Doing $1
have
million
live bands in
business.
there. Yeah, I doubt it, but they were definitely making a living.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, but the musicians were really good that played there.
Yeah.
I was talking to this one group. It was, I think it was one lady and two guys, but they were really
Mhm.
good. But the lady was from Chicago. She was from the Chicago area.
Nice.
But I always try to talk to the musicians while I'm down there.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are from up north, and they're going down there to, try to make it as a
Yep.
songwriter or, as a session musician or,
Uh-huh.
big time musician.
Yeah. That's how Stevie Ray Vaughan started. A session musician.
Yeah, there's a lot of those guys did.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the big contract at first, and you do
Yeah.
what you got to do until you write a few songs and people say, "Oh, well, you can sing too, huh?"
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of some of them that like big ones that were studio musicians for a while, and then they finally, somebody finally gave them their first record deal.
I watched an episode of that Pawn Stars,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy came in and he was a session guitarist, and he had a 61 Gibson, and he had I forgot his name now, and the subject came up with Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page, and Rick looked at him and he goes, "You told Jimmy Page how to play the guitar?" And he goes, "Yeah, I gave him a few pointers."
Is that right?
And he's like, "Whoa!" And this is played on, and he had the whole documentation of every song that was on. There were over 600 songs that guitar played on,
Wow.
and I think he got $10,000 for it.
I would think you would have got more.
I think, well, I think it was 10 grand.
I mean, that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Maybe it might have been more. I don't really know. I know it was a crazy amount because he had a guy come in, and the guy he had authenticated. He knew the guy selling it right away.
well, that's the
Because,
name
oh,
of the
yeah.
game. There is, you can say you have anything, and it's
Yeah.
it's worth as much as someone will pay for it. But to authenticate it is the key.
Yep. That's where the money is.
Yep. Because there's a lot of things out there that are signed that are fake signatures. Somebody
Yep.
just signed it.
Yep. And they got $1,000 for it.
Yeah, until they try to sell it, and then someone says, "Oh, this is fake." Yeah, they're porn star porn. Pawn stars.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good show
Yeah.
tonight.
Pawn stars is good. I like
Yeah, it
that
is. I
show.
like that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time I would watch it is when we would go to Disney World because it would be on the TV.
Yeah.
As part of their, your programming when you go to the hotel. There's
Yeah.
certain channels that would be on it. I mean, I've watched it at home now, but most of the
I
time
lived
it's
in
there.
Florida for 12 years and never went to Disney.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went to Universal a couple times. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Disney's pretty awesome, but
Yeah.
it is depending on who you what your personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, Disney has something for everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a guy that likes mechanical stuff and or you're a guy that likes is into hydroponics, gardening,
Mm-hmm.
Epcot has all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like science related. They've got this big giant aquarium you can walk through.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
think
pretty
it's
cool.
called Seas Under the Sea or something.
I know my buddy Paul down in Florida, he worked with me at Lockheed Martin. And he quit that and got a job with Disney, and he is a roller coaster mechanic for Disney.
Oh, wow.
So he's got a pass to go to any amusement park in the world, and he can ride the roller coasters for free.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And they have to do the test runs on them when they fix them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be done right.
Yeah, it better be, right?
Yeah. I was never into roller coasters. So
Me neither. I didn't even like going to the you mentioned Playland.
Yeah,
you mentioned the
place
Mad
was
Mouse.
terror.
You mentioned Mad
terror.
Mouse.
Yeah, and those
Yeah,
garbage
that was
cans yeah.
that was what's interesting about that Playland, it was basically a carnival that was there 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have like big roller coasters that were permanent.
No.
Everything was on a truck. Even their spook house or whatever they used to call it.
The haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a trailer.
Yeah. And it unfolded like a transformer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it had big wings that would come out and do that would make it bigger. And
but that
was scary. When you're little, that spook house was scary.
Oh yeah. I didn't when the family would say we're going to Playland, I didn't want to go, man. I don't like the rides.
I'm surprised you didn't like the crash cars.
Those were fun.
Those were fun.
Cars.
Yeah, bumper. Yeah. The scary part about those though was the electricity. Remember they would be sparking on
you'd stand up and get zapped every now and then by some static. Make sure you're not, huh?
I said, yeah,
Don't be barefoot.
That was interesting seeing all the sparks flying from those.
Yeah.
Then every once in a while you'd get a fast car because they were all different speeds. And
yeah.
Just by luck, whatever you would get. If you got a fast one, man, you could terrorize people.
Well, then you go back with your buddies later or your brother, and you know which one it is. So you get in it right away and just start slamming people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun though. That was a fun ride. I can't.
You know what else was cool?
What's that?
Was those old cars at Great America with the little putt motors on them?
I never was at Great America like where I did anything. I went there a couple times, or actually it might have been only once, when my daughter was dancing there.
Mm-hmm.
But we only went there. It was like, I think it was either really hot or really cold. I can't remember which one, but it wasn't a nice day. So we pretty much went there, watched her dance, and then left.
Really?
Yeah. But my kids like it.
They got some good beer gardens there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to California?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Okay. Have you ever been to Knott's Berry Farm?
Oh yeah, we had a plant in Fullerton, and I'd stop there every now when I'd stop there, and I went to the wax museum too. That's right there.
Knott's Berry Farm was pretty cool. I never even heard of it. While we were there, do you remember my story about telling you about how we drove that car
Mm-hmm.
and we went to California, me and Dave Mathai.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we did was it wasn't wherever we were staying. I can't remember where it was. It wasn't that far from Knott's Berry Farm.
Mm-hmm.
So we went there and I'm thinking, I ain't going to like this. It turns out I liked it a lot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because it's like a smaller Disney World
Yeah.
or Disneyland actually.
I like it better. It's like you said, it's smaller.
Yeah, they had
And
a
not
lot
a lot of people know about it. I mean, outside of California and the West Coast there.
Yeah, now again, why would you, unless Disney is so well promoted and
Yeah.
Universal so well promoted.
Yeah.
I've never in my life seen a commercial for Knott's Berry Farm.
No, it's all word of mouth, I guess.
Yeah, and it turned out that just started out as the Knott's Berry jelly.
Yeah, and it's still good jelly. Have you ever had it?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I like
Yeah.
it a lot
The
actually.
boysenberry's real good.
But the story behind that is it started out as just a place where you would go and pick whatever berries,
Mm-hmm.
and then they sold jars of it already made too.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of those farm things, they would put in like a hay ride. You know what I mean? And then they would
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this. You know what I mean?
entertainment.
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
try to get
And it
people
started
to,
getting bigger and bigger.
right. And all of a sudden you have an amusement park
Yeah.
within this not this berry farm.
Well, the Knott's Berry, whoever the genius was, decided, hey, this is making money,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's wish I could silence this stupid thing.
Hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, that'll silence it. But it's a neat place though.
Yeah, it is.
If you've never been there, anybody that's listening, it's Knott's Berry Farm in somewhere in Southern California.
It's right in Anaheim.
Is that where it is? Near
Yeah,
Anaheim?
it's Anaheim. Yeah. Because Anaheim was right next to Fullerton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
That was
couldn't
a
even
ni-
tell
I-
you.
I would go out there, and every time I go out there, it was January or February that they'd send me.
Oh, wow, that's the perfect time to go.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had to do a week test on how 6-pack ring carriers break down in the sunlight. So I'd go there in the morning, put about 26 packs out in the sun, and then go do something for the day. You know, go to
What
Knott's
was
Berry
that
Farm.
from? From where?
When I worked for Illinois Toolworks. I was in
Really?
R&D.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'd do that, and then when the sun went down, I'd go back to the plant, put all the 6-packs in, at nighttime, and then do the same thing the next day. I did it for a week. It was tough work, man.
And then you would have to you'd bring them back to a lab and they would look at them or something or what?
No, I do them right there. I test them inside.
Oh, what would
Get a
you do?
little
Just
jig-
like stress test?
Yeah, stress test, and then we do a drop test with these little mechanical fingers. And we drop it 1.25 inches. That was the equivalent of somebody taking it off the shelf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was one of the best jobs I ever had. I had 25 years with ITW,
What's ITW again?
Illinois Toolworks,
Oh,
Tool and
okay.
Die. Yeah,
What did they do there? I mean, just tool and die?
we made flanisters,
What made what?
6-packs, 8-packs. The plastic rings,
Yeah.
and then we did the 8-packs for the pet bottles, 2-liter pet. Yeah, I got a
Wow.
patent on that.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Sounds like
Got
you
to
had
go to-
some really cool
got to go to-
jobs.
Got to go to China for 11 days. Then I was in Brazil for 11 days, all working for Coca-Cola, helping them out.
Right. Was that all through that ITW?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were like a subcontractor for them?
No, we would actually lease the machines to them that would apply the plastic.
Oh, okay.
We wouldn't sell them, we'd lease them.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you'd
So
have
we
to
had to-
maintain them.
Yeah, and if we had a new product or something and we wanted to test it, they said, okay, we did this for distribution. So you go there and you find a Coca-Cola plant and say, can we test here? And they'll say, yeah. So you give them the whole rundown of what you're going to be doing, how much time it's going to be down, and get your test done. And then the next 10 days, you just party, you know,
Wow.
got to see the world for free.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the only thing I got to do for free is go to Hawaii.
That ain't bad.
No,
I've
that
never
was
been to Hawaii.
fun. It was nice. It's very
Yeah.
nice. But even when I went over to London, it was something that I paid for.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun to travel. I mean, I wouldn't travel anywhere now. It's just too
No.
crazy.
No, the world's gone crazy is right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully it'll mellow
I'm
out.
gonna win the Powerball and buy me a 53-foot motorhome and just go everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie Lost in America?
No.
It's a great movie. Look for it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of the guy's name. That he's a comedian, but it's comedian from like the 70s or 80s. You know what I mean? If I
Is
say
this
his
where he's
name,
got a motorhome and he's driving around?
yeah, him and his wife, they sell
Yeah,
everything.
I've seen that.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
That's their nest egg, and as they go to their one of their first stops is Las Vegas, and then their wife, his wife has a gambling problem which he didn't know, and they lose they call it their nest egg, all in one night. So they sold their house, they sold everything, bought this big camper to travel around the country, and all their money disappeared in one night.
Man. That ain't good.
Yeah, but it's really a good movie.
Yeah.
I'll think of the guy's name. I just can't think of it right now.
All right.
Do you remember Super Dave Osborne?
Oh yeah. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah. So I just found this out. Super Dave Osborne just died maybe a year ago.
Did he?
Yeah. And
He was on HBO.
he was on Curb Your
Yeah.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
He was one of the
He was good.
characters.
He was when you mentioned that, he was the son of the guy that Larry was trying to get that golf club out of his hands. after the funeral.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the lifetime Dodger fan.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was the guy that I'm thinking of, which I never knew, and that probably is not going to help you at all.
Hmm.
But I just found I just seen it like a documentary on. I can't think of the guy's name. The Super Dave Osborne guy.
Hmm.
He was his brother. He was his younger brother, and I never put the two together that they were related.
Huh. I'll have to look that up now.
Yeah, if I tell you the guy's name, you're gonna say, "Oh, I know him. I like him," but I just can't think of it right now.
You know what I saw the other day was Step Brothers again.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God. Oh. My sister made me watch it one time, and now I'm stuck on it. You know, every time it comes on, I gotta watch it.
That's Will Ferrell and
Yeah,
he's got
I
three
forgot
names.
his
Right?
name.
Don't he have like a 3-name name?
Yeah,
Something.
Yeah. he's in every one of Ferrell's movies practically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's,
He was his pit boss or whatever in The Legend of Ricky Bobby.
Talladega Nights. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
stick that knife in me. I can't feel nothing.
Did you happen to see Chicago? It's a musical.
No, I seen the movie, I think.
I mean, it's a musical movie.
Yeah, yeah, I've
but
seen
he's
it.
in it, and he did a really good job.
Yeah,
Mike's
that's with
here. I'm gonna let
Michael.
him in.
All
Yeah.
right. See
What's
what the
happening,
boss.
Mike? Nothing.
Hello,
Oh, I heard a voice.
I did too.
hello.
Hello,
Hey,
Michael.
I'm looking for a video. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Mike's got the blues.
I got the blues. I feel like the
Nice.
blues.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Trudy made that, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Did you
Did
get
she
your
really?
name on it?
yeah. It's down here.
Is it spelled right?
Yeah.
What
Can't
what
really.
is what is it? I can't see it.
It's the Argonaut.
I know
The ship.
it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to.
Very
What's
nice.
what's it say around there?
Oh, that don't. That makes it worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's very
Trying to
nice.
get- It's got my name here.
Oh yeah, there it
Class,
is.
my
Yeah.
class of '82,
Okay.
and then the theater or no choir,
Band.
bowling, and
Bowling.
baseball.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. And then up
They're
here, it's-
comfortable, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're
Yeah.
nice.
I got the same one, only bigger.
I thought I was gonna get my thing up here, but I didn't want a copycat.
Yeah.
What thing
So-
is that?
Rick's got his name up here on the shoulder, on the
Pilgrim.
sleeve.
I don't think I ever seen yours, Rick.
I wore it at the. Were you at the Elephant Walk?
No.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
set it up and then I left. Oh, Tracy's coming in too now. Hold on.
There we go.
So, how many of you guys have actually watched pillow fighting?
I saw that, man. It's professional over in Europe or something.
Oh,
These
really?
two chicks were going at it, man.
So my daughter she somehow found it and she was YouTubing it. It's pillow fighting.
Yeah, they're vicious.
And they have a ref, it's in a, it's,
Yeah.
and they beat the crap out of each other with pillows.
Wow.
And you check it out.
It's funny, man. They got the other one too. Did you see where they have the slapping contest?
No,
They got a referee and everything, and
No.
boom, you smack them upside the head, and the guy's all, "Ugh," and then it's his turn, and they slap back and forth till there's a winner.
uh,
That's brutal, man.
Hey,
What's up,
Tracy.
Trace?
Hey guys, good evening.
what's up, John?
John.
The fucking
I got to come up with a line. I'm gonna have to have a tagline. My John Voight tagline.
Oh, got it.
there we go.
We're a little slow.
As you know, everybody's talking at me.
Oh no. Uh,
So Trace, just before you got on, we were talking about pillow fighting that's on YouTube.
Ooh, wow, really?
Yeah, it's an actual sport.
It's a sport. It's a sport first, and then it might digress into other sort of things.
Yeah, they're in a rink or they're like in a regular boxing thing, and it's like kickboxing, but they use pillows.
So it's not in a
Wow.
dorm room and they're not in their, it's not in a dorm room
No.
in their 90s.
No, I mean we could probably change the concept.
Are there any feathers involved?
I don't know. Was there?
Is that a feather?
Check it out. Check it out on YouTube.
Okay. To-do list.
Just don't, you might not want to watch it with your other, she may be like, hey,
you
what
got
is that?
one, isn't it? One's a yellow or a red, and one's a blue pillow. The
Don't
one
remember.
I saw.
No, I think one was pink.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if they're doing that in the States yet, man. We should jump all over this, guys. Start our own pillow fight league. You know what I mean?
It
Oh,
reminds me of the days in the neighborhood. We would invent some sport. And then as soon as we would invent the sport, we would say, okay, let's have a league in it. That was like the tagline. Yeah, let's organize. We'll have a league in it. Everybody will play it and we'll run it.
And nothing happens.
And then it just kind of never happened.
You know what? That's so funny you should say that. I did a post about the lunch cards
Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
saw that.
Wilkins,
yeah.
and it made your thing about the league made me think of this. When we were in lunch in Wilkins, they had those long tables,
Yeah.
hmm
and we would play football. The thing where you would take a piece
Yeah.
of paper, and then you
Oh,
would
yeah.
fold it and make it look like a triangle or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And you
sure.
play back and forth, right?
Right. And I can't
you
remember
couldn't go off the
how,
table.
how it is. There was somebody would hold their thing and then you would
Yeah.
try to kick it through or something. I can't
Did that
remember.
have
Yeah.
a name? Did that ever have a name to it?
I don't know, but we want to make it professional, like you said. And we would, do a league where we would try to get this table against that table. And it seemed like, it lasted forever, and it was probably 1 week, because then somebody kept kicking it off the table, and then they said, no, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's a danger. Somebody's going to lose an eyeball.
It was probably like you ate your lunch in like 8.7 seconds, and then the rest of the lunch period was devoted to this.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it was.
And those were the days where no matter what you did to your body, nothing
Hey.
ever bothered it. No one ever got sick.
You
Right,
you
everybody
guys
was
might have
fine.
ate you might have ate your lunch to play that. I ate my lunch to go get an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember, part of my post was, how much was an ice cream bar?
I think they were a quarter.
I can't remember what they were.
I sort of remember it being 35 cents.
It could have been. I remember, compared to a lunch was 50 cents. That I remember.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
But the ice cream, I think, was like
Yeah.
15 or 20 cents. It was like almost the price of a lunch.
I'm trying to think. Maybe the lunch was $1.
But maybe
then-
by the time you got in,
Yeah.
I would have been there
Yeah.
from
And I don't
70
really-
to 74. Or not
Yeah, I
70
just
74, 71 to 74, I think. 71.
Are you
to
talking about
74.
junior high or high? You're talking about junior high.
Junior high Wilkins.
So yeah, I went to Wilkins 76 to 79.
Yeah.
And I kind of sort of remember the lunch was like $1. And then if you wanted, they used to
Extra.
call it extras. You could
Yeah.
get, do you remember this, Mike?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
remember the extra. You paid
Yeah.
a quarter or 50 cents
Quarter.
extra.
Yeah.
You could get
Yeah,
an
you got
extra.
extra fries and could you get an extra, like a pizza?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I would go down. I'd eat about 3 pizzas on a Friday night.
was
tear that shit
was,
up.
Pete, was Friday always a pizza?
I
Yeah.
think it was.
It was. Friday was.
It was
pizza
either
day.
regular pizza or Mexican pizza.
We didn't
They
have
had
Mexican
country
pizza.
country fried steak was one day, tacos was another day.
Yeah.
We never
Wasn't
had
there spag-
tacos ever.
Wasn't there spaghetti?
They think we
Probably.
had spaghetti.
Something that looked like it.
Yeah, it was what do they call it?
Um,
Similar facsimile or something?
Yeah.
And then there was a
Didn't Didn't they
Turkey.
used to roll like 3 days worth of leftovers into like some sort of a,
Potluck. Yeah.
they used to call it pick a snack,
Yeah.
the pick a snack combo.
Oh,
If
the
it didn't
hamburger.
have any.
Do you guys
Good.
remember pizza burgers?
Oh yeah, those were good.
Those were one of the best.
Yeah.
It was.
You wonder why
basically-
we're all having these health issues.
Yeah, I
now.
know.
Yeah.
It was basically a hamburger with pizza sauce and then
Mozzarella.
cheese.
Yeah. But it wasn't really hamburger. It was like that soybean burger.
yeah.
Yeah, right. It was. That's why I
There was a
loved
lot
it.
of
Yeah, they-
Because I didn't
you
really
can't-
like meat.
You can't find those though. Those were good.
Yeah, it was like a soy burger.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Now you're getting me all excited
It was like
because that
Soylent
was one of my
Green.
favorite meals.
I,
It was
listen,
like
hey,
Soylent Green, Dan.
I dare any one of you to go all through the week next week on that diet, and we'll meet
I
up
can
on
do it.
Friday and see how you're feeling.
I could do it.
Yeah.
And then my dad, of course, he worked as a custodian for Bridgeview School and Wilkins. So he used to hate the cleanup. He'd be like, there'd be corn on the floor, mashed potatoes on the, smothered all
yeah.
over the. Yeah, he used to love cleaning that stuff up.
Oh, the corn potato. I used to love the corn, mashed potatoes, and then the green peas. The green peas, because I would take my potatoes and then I would dump my potatoes into the corn or the peas, and then it would like crumble on it, like grab it, and then I would eat it together.
One of the
You
one
were a
of the cool-
consolidator.
Yeah,
One
right.
of the cool things was, I remember in Bridgeview School, if you were in line for lunch and if they ran out and then they brought the fresh stuff,
Ooh.
man, they would load up your plate and they'd be
Yeah.
like, here, you get like 2-3 pieces of whatever and
Huh.
as much as you wanted because you were like the last in line and they had to wait for new stuff to come because they'd run out. And I think it was Salisbury steak was the one day. And
Oh,
we're
that
all
was
sitting
the
there,
other favorite.
and we're
Well-
sitting there
Go ahead.
and they're like, oh, we're sorry, we have to go get more. And we're like, okay. They go, no, don't worry. Man, my mashed potatoes had to be this high.
The triple scoop.
3-4 pieces of Salisbury steak, all the corn you wanted, free milk.
I wonder
Pound
if
of
they
green
dipped,
beans.
I wonder if they dipped into the teacher's lounge and just sort of scrounged up what was left over.
No, they had to go back to the other school and get another
Oh,
I used to
really?
come in those.
The other school.
They had to go back to the other schools and get more from them. They ran out.
Oh, I would have thought they'd like raid the teacher's lounge and
No,
find
they used-
things there,
because they would come in those, like
Big silver tins. Yeah.
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 Oh.
You know the trick to that whole thing was, and I discovered it and
Nice.
used it, was you got to really get along with the lunch lady,
Oh, yeah.
the one that's serving the good stuff.
Yep.
Didn't they have a couple of them? Like one would serve like the meat and something,
Yeah.
and another one would serve like the vegetables or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
You guys, Tracy, you probably remember, well, she might have graduated with you guys. They were maybe a few years younger. I won't say last name, but I think her name was Lynn. She was a cheerleader.
that could have happened.
Her grandmother, I think, was a lunch lady at Wilkins.
Oh.
She was kind of, because they always wore those hair nets, and she was kind of on the heavy set side.
I think everybody knew somebody that worked in the kitchen or something.
I
back then.
definitely did.
But
Yeah.
she lived in Justice over in that area by you, I think.
Hmm.
I can't say her last name. of
I
course.
think I know who you're talking about, Mike.
Did she have any older sisters or brothers?
No, she was an only child.
Oh, okay.
But I think-
Because I remember a lady you're talking about, and the person that I knew that sat at my table, I think it was a guy. Yeah, it was a guy. They were related somehow. Like it was her aunt or grandmother or something.
Yeah, I think her mom was something with the school too. She was involved with the school. But so I had, I had some, connections with that, so I would get extra stuff.
Nice.
We won't go into the details, but you know what I mean.
Oh man.
Oh, know what else I used to like? When you would get the chicken, it would be a couple small little pieces of chicken. It wouldn't be like a, I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm making shit up.
Was it like that banquet chicken? Like it was
I
pigeon?
can't remember.
It
I'm
was the size of
thinking,
a pigeon. though.
I'm
I mean,
thinking
Still
it
had the
was
feathers
some-
in it.
Let's
Yeah,
put it
man,
this
that was
way, you
nasty
guys didn't
stuff.
publish any rules and regulations for this
it
talk.
was before like wings were like a big thing, and I think it was
Yeah.
pretty much
Didn't they?
like a small little. It was a wing broken in half.
yeah.
Like when you buy wings, that
Isn't
have
that a
bones
song
in them.
take this broken wing?
Yeah. But
Your memory is incredible. I do not remember. I mean, I don't think there were chicken nuggets around.
No, there
in our
wasn't
day.
chicken nuggets. It was like but the
Like a
funny
real
thing was,
chicken.
I remember it because we used to make fun that this is the smallest chicken we ever seen because we thought it was a leg. And then the other
It was
part
all
of the
breading.
other part of the wing was like, I don't even know what this is on a chicken.
No.
Because when we would get it from Brown's Chicken or wherever, it would be a wing. It would be a 3-piece wing. We never
Right.
got them broken into pieces, and they would do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Browns used to be the best. That was like the best that you could get, on a regular basis.
Well,
Yeah,
it was.
before-
It was in its time.
Brown's
Definitely
chicken.
during the 70s, it was.
Yeah, Browns was way ahead of, Kentucky Fried Chicken and
Well,
whatever else was around.
that's one of the original food chains in Chicago, if you think, Brown's,
Yeah.
and you've got Giordano's. Did they start in Chicago?
I'm not sure. I know they've
Not
been around
sure.
a while.
Now Pizza Uno, Lou Malnati's. Think about how many. That's an interesting one. How many are actually out there?
Yeah. Well, the best pizzas in my opinion are the mom and pop ones like Fasano's.
Yeah.
Little Frank's, Phil's.
My dad was
Right. I
like
mean,
the little
I've
Frank.
had those at my sister's house when she lived in Burbank. And those are really
Yeah,
good
my
too.
dad was asking me to bring those home when I was caregiving. He was really liking those
Which
They
one?
used-
the little Franks.
Oh God, yeah, they're good.
I haven't been over there in a few years.
I went back there because when I lived on 75th in Harlem for about 15 years, and I was working nights, so you'd get a little drunk and order lunch from Little Frank's at 11:30, 12 o'clock. I was doing $80, $100 a week because I wasn't cooking or nothing. So, they were big, But anyway, I went back about 2 years ago, and the old crew still remembered the last name.
Huh.
I got a free T-shirt, free pizza.
Where's Little Frank's?
Narragansett in 79.
Oh, I've never had their pizza that I know of.
Oh, you gotta try it. You gotta
it's-
try it, Dan.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good
Yeah,
pie.
You know what I had? I even had it tonight. There's this place on 111th near Pulaski, just east of Pulaski, called Wise Guys. And they're real close to where S&T Provisions are,
They
which
used
is
to be there.
ironic because S&T Provisions sells all of the ingredients to make pizzas.
Huh.
So you could literally go to S&T and buy the provisions for a pizza and then make your own. And a good friend of mine has a runner's party every fall. It's always kind of ties in after the Chicago Marathon. Hey, how was your race? And it's before the holidays. It's a nice little sweet spot thing. And the gal's husband, he works his ass off making all of these different pies. He has just like every type of pizza pie you could think of, and he just has them going in the oven, and he's just bringing them out a little at a time, and man, what a fun party, just well fed and just great. But getting back, Wise Guys is a real nice choice, and that's not too far from where I work at Blink Fitness in Marionette Park, so that's kind of a good go-to. The irony is they're closed on Tuesday, and they put the sign up that we're closed on Tuesday, so you have to remember that.
Well, Fasano's is closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday, and they've been like that forever.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense because the weekend's going to be their busiest time. So
Right.
Monday and Tuesday becomes their weekend.
That's their weekend. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother worked there back in high school,
Oh, no kidding.
and he'd get to bring home the misorders and the no pickups and stuff.
I know we're
So
not
he-
supposed to mention names, but there's somebody that I went to school with like for years. Well, grade school. And then I think he went to St. Lawrence. I'm trying to remember. So like, are we allowed to say who we're talking about?
We
or-
could talk about names, but we don't want to say things like they're a this or they're a that. I can't stand them. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Don't say things like that. Like,
Okay. In other
Like
words,
it's-
you basically had to edit the entire first episode that I appeared on.
Exactly. If you notice that, I have to.
Yeah, I do remember that kind of.
Like,
Yeah.
you only hear me saying like maybe 6 different words, and there's never a finished sentence.
Yeah.
But
When
the
you were,
fella that I'm talking about, I don't know if you guys remember Jim Vondrak. So he works, or I think he still works. I don't know because I haven't had a pizza delivered in so long. But for a number of years, he was a delivery guy.
yeah,
I don't know.
Fasano's or somewhere else.
Yeah, Fasano's.
We used
Yeah.
to, we used to have this pest that used to hang around, mainly on Friday nights, I think it was. He'd always come over to the house and we'd always have like Corleones or something.
Oh, I like that
Corleone's
pizza
was
too.
Yeah, they were really good. That's a shame they went out of business.
Where
You
were
know
they
who-
at?
You know who the pest was, right, Trace?
Oh boy. Well,
This is where you want to use just the first name.
this is
Here
probably
we go, man.
this is
Lost
the
it.
careful part.
Come on, you don't remember Corleones on Friday night?
Corleone's on Friday night. Yeah, your mom did a great job with the order. That
Yeah,
was amazing.
we used to order the shrimp.
And the show, yeah, that was good. Those were good days.
Yeah, he used to come over on Friday night, so we used to order pizza and shrimp and.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Now he's deceased.
Who?
Never mind. Then we're not talking about the same person.
No, it's talking
Now
about
I'm
you.
all confused.
Oh, are you suggesting I was the pest? Wait, that was a trick question.
You got one of them light bulbs, Mike?
Man,
I'm messing with you. But
man.
and you know the other one that was good and it was what was that Little Italian or Little Villa or Little
Oh,
somebody?
Joe's Italian Villa.
The one next to Dominic's.
Yeah, they closed
moved
down,
out-
but then they moved.
Yeah, they're out in Palos.
Right,
Palos
right
Park
on
or
Harlem.
Palos Heights. Yeah.
Man, when you wanted a crispy crust, that was
Oh,
the
thin
bomb.
crust. Oh my God, yeah.
That
they were
shit
good.
was, man, they'd burn that crust right, just
Yeah.
perfect. You know,
Yeah, I love a crispy. Really love it.
They
It's
probably
yeah.
had the thinnest crust around. Was,
just healthy too.
Italian Villa.
They were next to Dominic's forever.
Yeah.
right.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Dominic's back then, but it was in that area. I remember when
So-
we were a kid going there.
What
So
was it? Was
everybody-
Hilo back in the day? Remember that, Dan?
It was like everything. There was
Yeah,
Kroger.
my uncle Pat
Well,
worked there. in high
So
school.
your parents would say, "Hey, you want to get a pizza?" And we're like, "Yeah, can we go next door?" Hell no, they bought the Dominic's one for like $3 and the frozen.
Oh, we never did that actually.
Yeah. Cardboard, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
You know what was cool about growing up is a lot of the friends that we hung around with, they all worked at the fast food places.
Yeah.
So one guy that worked at McDonald's, another guy would work at Pizza Hut, another guy would work at Burger King, and then of course whenever they had their leftovers, they'd show up at your house, about 10 o'clock at night, bringing you bags
Wow.
and bags of food and stuff.
oh my
So
God.
hell, you never went hungry because you always had junk food coming.
And my cousin worked at McDonald's and he'd come over with Big Macs and quarter pounders in the bags.
Yeah.
And he'd sit there and
Yeah,
eat 2 or
yeah.
3 Big Macs.
Yeah.
No.
They'd always have
Again,
something left
again,
over.
that's why we all had the health problems.
I didn't have any friends at all. I'll just end it there. No, I didn't have any friends at all that worked at fast food places. They
No,
all
we had
worked-
one that
They worked in
One-
concrete.
worked at a bakery.
Well, that's true. Yes. But he never brought shit home.
Oh,
Not for
yes,
me.
he did. Oh,
Not for
yes,
me.
he did. Oh my God. We always had stuff there. Cookies, donuts, cake,
Oh,
What
he-
bakery?
P-checks.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
is Weber still there?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Are
yeah.
they?
They're going strong as far
Yeah,
as I
we
can
we
tell.
we order from there at least a couple times a year. Usually
bomber
birthday
cake,
cakes.
man. Those bomber cakes are the.
Do you get the punchkis from Weber?
Do I know?
You know who has good Butchki is Orland Bakery.
Oh, I like
Oh.
Orland Bakery too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they got
I'll have to keep that
really
in
good.
mind.
We get
Really
the ones from Morris. We get the Morris Bakery by work.
good. Any good? Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. You
Yeah.
know, decent.
Yeah, I got Weber's last year. You know, it's interesting. At the Fair Play that I go to in Worth on 111th, they have items from, let's say, Orland Bakery. You know, they'll pick,
They just started that at our Fair Play in Hickory Hills.
yeah, and my wife goes into that one.
Can you order it and have them, like the next week, or have you asked?
I don't know. We never did anything like that. It's usually on the shelf.
Okay.
You get a
'Cause you-
beer?
Yeah, check it out. I don't know
Who's
if you've
drinking?
tried it.
What
The
is it?
Corona. Let me get it. The Corona
Oh.
Premier.
Oh, there you
Have you had
go.
that?
That's some good stuff.
Yeah,
I
this is
got
that
it.
low carb scenario. Yeah, these are sharp. I like them.
So you got to drink twice as many?
Well, depends on your goals.
You got to have goals.
Go back 40
I
years.
love that.
Hey, I
What a
listen.
great
I'm-
answer. It depends
this
on
is
your
funny.
goals.
A friend of mine who is a runner and he's also a drinker. Every day he does a run, pretty much every day. And then when he's done, he shows you the beer that he's drinking. And today, well, yeah, the post that I saw today, and it might have been posted yesterday, he did his run. He took his old style and he put it in the snow. And then right away I said, wow, we've had enough snow. You could probably keep a keg nice and cold right now. I mean, just I'm trying to do continuation from last week. The point is, if I get invited to a kegger, old style or whatever, I'm in. I'm going.
Oh, we got to wait till well, we're not going to have one now, man. It's too freaking cold. Fuck, we're all old,
But you
Trace.
can put the keg
Hey,
in the
outside.
snowdrift.
Yeah.
You
it'll stay-
could.
Yeah.
They've invented this stuff lately. It's really cool. You can go to these machines right outside of like a store usually or a gas station, and they're filled with these little clear cubes of water. And you can buy them by the bag. It's almost like snow. I think they're called ice cubes.
Yeah.
I think you can get the
$7 a
recipe
bag.
online.
In other words, we don't have to do it in the winter. We could do that in
Yeah.
the summer with these
That's-
cool new inventional things.
Yeah, this spring even we can have a kegger out here. We can throw the first annual, Blotto barbecue.
We can have one here. I've got a pool.
There you go.
I'm hanging in.
All right.
I'm in it to win it.
And it's heated even.
There you go.
We'll have
So
our
we can have the
glasses.
kegger in the winter.
Okay.
You can.
Heated
Oh.
pool.
Okay.
Hey guys, I figured out how we can go live on Facebook if you guys are interested.
And then at that point we can't say nothing about anything.
Well, we'd have
Say
no,
shit.
we just would have to be extra careful on names.
Should we go
and
on
names.
tape delay or
No,
We
there's
got-
no tape delay.
is there
You
a
know
Zoom
what?
delay button?
You
They
know,
would-
we need to
It would be on Dan's garage only though.
come up with our own language.
Wait, we haven't already? Are you suggesting anybody actually understands what we're talking about?
Klingon.
Hey, we speak Argoese.
Uh. Are you going live or not?
Oh,
I
I
don't
did.
know.
I was wondering if
I
you
think
guys
I
were
think I
interested
want to
in
talk
it.
to my attorney first.
I want to make sure we look this over.
Yeah, we need something in writing. I don't need some lady saying we're recording live. Oh no,
There
can't
you
take that
go.
back.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing about live versus tape is once it's done, it's done.
Right.
It sounds like church.
Where
Warts and all.
if you tape it, someone could keep listening to it and say,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then try to find out where you live.
right.
I don't care. I got nothing to hide.
Well, I didn't think anybody would. We just,
Or-
like I said, we'd just have to be careful of
Yeah,
using last names
yeah.
in a bad way.
Yeah, Trace. Keep it clean.
Okay, I'm notorious. I love that I'm
No,
notorious.
no calling a teacher a dirtbag or
Oh, gosh, yeah, I don't remember that part, but okay.
No, you were in a rage that one.
I was
yeah.
in a
You
rage.
hated every teacher and
Yeah.
Yeah, me and the
hate-
educational system.
you hated a few radio personality people.
Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, you're right, yeah.
You were really
Other than that,
ranting.
though, I don't hold grudges.
No.
If 40 years later, he still hates them, but he don't hold
Yeah, oh,
grudges.
yeah, it comes over me. You get me started and then look out.
So anybody tuning into the Olympics at all or
Not yet.
boycotting or
I watched a little bit. The Canadian women's team beat Switzerland. It was like 5-0, like 2 minutes in.
What sport?
Hockey.
Oh, wow, 5-0?
Yeah,
5-0?
the Canadian women are good hockey players.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh.
The American team, I met her after the last Olympics, Kendall Coyne.
Hockey player?
Yeah, she's from Palos Heights.
Really?
So I met her back in 2018 after the Olympics. She came out to Running for Kicks and, she brought her medal and it was really cool. It was really a fun meet and greet. And she's very kind, very nice. And she's done really well in the sport.
Isn't she doing something with the Hawks?
Yeah, I think she is. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's still in play or not, but I think she has a relationship there on a
Right.
coaching
I thought she
basis,
was
I
like a-
believe. Yeah.
That's
Wasn't
pretty
she
cool.
training or doing some kind of training with?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now because I read the little blurb and I just, kind of read it the one time and I just didn't hear anything after that. But yeah.
Did you happen to see that Rocky Wirtz interview?
I didn't know what that
Yeah,
was
he
about.
he got pretty PO'd
Yeah,
at that reporter.
yeah,
No, he was laying into him, man.
right.
Didn't he
won't lay
offer
off
up
of
some
him.
sort of an apology?
I don't think so.
Rocky,
Yeah.
no.
I missed it. I really didn't know what it was about. I was looking at it and I couldn't
They
hear
were-
it. 'Cause-
They were doing like a town hall or something. It was like a 2-hour thing before the game. And someone brought up the whole, Kyle thing, that whole
Okay.
Kyle
Okay.
thing, and he just didn't want nothing to do with it. He's just like, it's over. He goes,
He's like, if you don't need to know, you're not gonna know. It's internal. Next question.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and he got
Yeah.
to the limit,
Didn't they offer the victim some sort of a settlement?
Yeah, yeah,
And a pretty sizable one, I understand.
right. It's all in the back now. It's all in the background.
Yeah,
Like
but
you
a
said-
lot of people are out, a lot of people's heads rolled. I know Quinville lost his job over it.
They all lost
Yeah.
their jobs.
Yeah, what's his name?
Bowman,
Bowman.
yeah, they all did.
They had a clean house,
Yep.
Yeah, now they're looking for a new GM and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of a messed up. That whole organization's really just, it's
Kinda
all
sad.
messed up. Yeah, it's a shame.
sad.
It-
Still a
it-
fan.
It tarnishes
Still
what
watching.
they were able to accomplish.
Yeah,
And man, 2010 was so much fun. The others were great, but the 2010 was so much fun because for us, I mean, that was just like the first Cup champion.
uh-oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Look out!
We have a special guest.
It's an
Drum
iPhone.
roll, please.
Who
Hello.
can it be?
The iPhone is connecting to the audio.
It's either a
Who's,
juice.
who's coming on?
The
either
person's
a
name
ju-
is iPhone.
It's either a
Hey,
juicer,
iPhone, how you doing?
either a juicer or a Gina.
It's an iPhone.
Maybe it's a mystery guest, one we've never had before.
Hmm.
Are we allowed to have mystery guests?
Sure.
As long as you don't say their name.
Say my name. And there's say my name. Say my name.
What are you drinking, Mike? Vodka?
A name.
No. Water.
Yeah.
I've been like having some nasty like nose drips and sneezing like crazy. Not really coughing much, but man, just
Huh. Hey,
Don't
did
know
you
what it
guys,
is.
you see Foghats making their own wine now?
Oh, is
No.
that what that was about?
Yeah, did you see that?
No.
I did.
Yeah, they're doing their own wine. They got their own winery.
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't let that go through only because
Leave
I
'em?
didn't know what that was about.
Oh, okay.
So,
Alright.
and I figured I'm gonna not promote stuff like that on that because
Oh,
there's
that's
people
fine.
that can't
That's,
drink.
that,
I just
that's
wanted to let
fine.
you know my thought behind that.
that's fine. Yeah.
For one thing, I
Yeah.
didn't know it was. I thought it might have been Foghat, but I didn't know who those guys were
Yeah.
because I don't know the. I know the songs of Foghat, not the people.
The guy drinking to the left, he's their drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, you wouldn't have because I didn't
No,
allow it.
Dan put the kibosh on. An executive order. He trashed my ad.
I've got a lot of responsibilities on
garage.
this media shit.
Be
Oh, I know
careful.
you do.
Wow. Are,
No, you
are you legally bound and gagged?
Right,
Only
careful.
if I want to be.
Hey now.
Yeah, what the what? Tracy, where'd that come from? How many beers
I
have you
have no
had?
idea. I have no idea, officer.
What's your goal tonight?
Hey, speaking of drinking,
to, st-
Here we go.
to
you
stay.
know,
to
who's
not
who's
be
the one?
bound- Hey,
Who's the
listen,
one-
to not
who-
be bound and gagged.
He's drunk, man. He's gone.
Who's the one that posted the Boone's Farm thing?
That was me.
Oh, okay. You know, we
Yeah.
used to
Is that
go to
legal?
liquor stores and wipe out their whole thing. We take about 12 bottles.
That stuff is nasty.
We used to go and just wipe it out. That
Oh,
whatever that
vomitosis
strawberry
a couple
one.
times. Man.
Boone's Farm was pretty much just like grain alcohol and food coloring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was rather.
it was like Mad
affordable.
Dog.
We
Mad
go to
Dog
R&B and wipe
2020.
out their whole thing. They'd be like, we'd buy like 12 bottles of that shit.
Ugh.
And then we'd go cruising around the neighborhoods, you know, drinking it and parking in the parking lots and
Wow.
going to Willow Springs and hiding under the bridge. And
You went to Willow Springs with all of that going on?
yeah, we used to go park under the bridge.
Oh man, it's a wonder you didn't. It's a wonder you're still not in jail.
Well, it is
Willow
funny.
Springs
because-
was always so strict.
Well, they did come over there and it was weird. We had a couple of cars parked there and the one car got pulled out, you know, they checked on it. They didn't even bother with us. They
Huh?
just left us alone. So,
Wow.
but of course we got kicked out of there.
Okay.
But yeah, man, Boone's Farm was the cat's ass, man. That
Yeah.
was, you know,
I think Gina might be trying to get on with the iPhone. Because I just got something. Is it too late? Oh, here it is. Here she is.
Come on, Gina.
Maybe that's.
Come on, Gina.
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah, I
dun,
couldn't drink
dun,
that.
dun.
I couldn't drink that Mad Dog. That stuff was
Oh,
nasty.
Wait,
I drank that. The last time I drank
Gee.
that, I woke up in a tree.
it's Gina, but we still have a mystery guest.
Right.
Some sort of. Oh, the mystery guest went away.
She's trying to use two different things.
To be stereo
Infiltration.
pictures.
That and that Five Alive. Remember Five Alive?
I don't remember that.
No.
You know, the other one was when we'd be going to the liquor store and we'd have one of the girls say, well, you got to get us a couple bottles of Tickle Pink too.
Never heard of
Remember
it.
that?
No.
Yeah.
God, that shit.
You
was
don't
nasty.
remember Five Alive?
No.
No.
What
It
is
was
it? Was
movie.
it a beer or a liquor or what was it?
It was moonshine with apples and oranges, and they used to mix it up. They called it Five Alive.
I remember Everclear,
Well,
Yeah,
that was
I
the
remember Everclear.
moonshine, right?
but I
And
don't
then we
remember
used-
that Five Alive.
And then we used
Never
to
heard
make
of it.
the watermelons. Remember the watermelon shots?
I do
Yeah.
remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We took those up to Taste of Chicago.
Huh.
Man, we had it in a big orange cooler.
Wow.
Oh my God, that was a wild night.
Hmm.
Did you go to, anybody go to, the concert, the Iron Maiden concert in 81
Yeah.
at Chicago Fest?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No
My brother
kidding.
got arrested there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. He was walking back to the crowd and he had like, I don't know, it was 8 or 10 beers and he's carrying them like this.
Hmm.
And this guy came out of nowhere and knocked him out of his hand.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know what happened after that.
Oh, boy.
This guy was getting the ass beaten of his life.
Hey,
turned out
Miss
to-
Gina.
Turned out to be an undercover cop.
Oh,
Well,
well, he
He
should have
ended
been
up-
more careful.
he ended up at 11th and State. And my Uncle Jim had to get him out.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, my
Oh,
Uncle Jim
we
was
lost
in,
her again.
Oh, well.
Vice.
There she is.
Oh,
Is she
Time
back?
to go. Time to go.
She's trying to connect her audio.
Gina, 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 Gina. Come on, girl. And now the call has been stymied.
You know, I got this music playing in the background right now. You
Really?
haven't heard from him in a while. Is Jacob Dylan?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is he had, you know,
Is
I
that
think he
Bob
had
Dylan's son or what?
Yeah, he had that one song, One Headlight.
I saw him in concert back
Did
in the
ya?
day. Yeah, back
Did
in the heyday, his heyday,
Yeah.
mid
You
90s.
don't hear from a lot of them anymore, you know?
It's weird, like all those 90s artists, you know, they were all sort of like one or two hit wonders.
Yeah.
And there's really not, I don't know, there's probably a good argument about what I'm about to say.
Well,
but
then,
there's really
then
like
again, you
no major player that comes out of that era of, oh wow, they were so important.
well, no, you got a lot of in the 90s that came out. You had
Yeah,
Soundgarden.
but important.
Who's the other one?
So
Kurt
maybe
Cobain.
grunge.
Oh,
grunge
Nirvana.
was the last
Grunge.
Sort
Nirvana,
of
Nirvana,
Alice
yeah.
in Chains.
Alice in Chains, Chris
Yeah.
Cornell. I mean,
Yeah.
there
I
was
mean,
a
if you-
lot that came out.
Yeah, no. If
Yeah.
you
Oh
were-
yeah, I agree.
If you were into the grunge, then yeah, that was the era for that.
Yeah. Well, pretty much everything on the radio then was grunge, you know?
Right.
It
Yeah.
was like,
And they had good press.
yeah.
Like Rolling Stone covered them as legitimate musicians and meaningful and not crap.
Yeah. There she is.
Zipperoo.
Hello,
Yeah.
love.
It took me enough.
Gina
You'd
don't
swear it's the
speak
first
English.
time.
She speaks zipper now.
I know.
Whoa, whoa. What a way
Well-
to welcome somebody.
Since you guys aren't ready for Velcro,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I just
Pretty much I just don't wear pants, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Why you guys wait? You guys have serious adult conversations until I come on.
Well, we got to clean it up.
In case we go
No, it's-
live.
Yeah, in case we go live, Dan.
I never
Dan's
thought of
gonna-
myself as overrated, but boy, I sit corrected.
Wow.
Overrated.
I think the best you could get here is be X-rated, not overrated.
X-rated.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm trying to keep it clean. I really am.
Oh,
Yeah, don't bother.
Okay.
Rick and I will just mess it up for you.
yeah, we will.
So hi.
Hey,
there.
Gina. Did you
What's
work
going on?
today?
Yeah, that's why I got here late, you know.
Okay. We came up with a rule that if you're late 15 minutes, there's going to be a kitty that you got to put into for our kegger coming up in the summer. We all
And-
voted
Okay,
for the.
I'll
You
explain
weren't
drinkers.
there for the vote, so you owe the pot $10.
And the weirdest part of this whole thing is, the other rule was the first sound that we would hear if you're late is a zipper sound.
Oh, so
Oh, I
So-
forgot. I
what
had
is
one.
our
I just
keg
forgot
gonna
to
be
work
filled
it.
with? What do we put in our keg? All us big drinkers.
Yeah. it'll
Are you by
probably
your
last a couple-
mom's still? Or are you back at
No,
home?
I'm at home.
I didn't see a bike. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Took it for a spin. It's stuck in the snow.
Nice.
How'd you guys survive the snow?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
We had 10 and a half inches.
That's
We're in-
what she said. No,
Oh,
we were promised
probably
12.
what he said, and he was lying. No, but did you guys get it? Everybody get it bad?
Yeah,
What'd you get?
we got about 13 inches. I took a spill. I was telling Dan, I took the garbage out yesterday.
oh, man.
And I went down, man, like a football hit down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Gym shoes and ice, they don't mix.
Yeah.
I never left my place on Wednesday, and then I eventually left around noontime Thursday. Yeah, so that was cool. I mean, it was a little weird, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, I
They
was supposed
closed
to, when was it that it snowed the most? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday.
big
Yeah.
right?
Wednesday.
Yeah,
I
it
was
started
supposed to
really
leave, I'm
Tuesday
like,
night.
I can't get out of my parents. Their driveway is what degree of an angle, Mark?
It's at least 14 degrees.
At least 14 degrees. Their driveway is like this.
Woo.
So it's hard. So their car has four-wheel drive, so it was okay, but we didn't leave that Wednesday, you know. I think it was like a foot up to the garage, and yeah, it was pretty bad. And
Yeah,
that was
where are you gonna go when it's snowing like that? I mean, you gotta be nuts.
No,
Yeah.
I go to work. I'm like, it's gonna take me 2 hours to get to work for 5 hours. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, right.
The good news was I got to use my new snowblower. It was awesome.
Was it?
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Huh.
8 horsepower of pure power.
How wide is the
It's like
The
20,
blade?
24 inches.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What brand?
Arion.
Hmm.
It's all American made. It's a really nice unit.
How many horse? 8?
8 horse. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was
Did-
10.5 inches without any drifts. And then near the street where the plow comes by, it was probably 15 or 16 inches of all solid slush.
Wow.
And it
Oh,
blasted
wow.
through all that without ever dying out.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's awesome.
It was fun. That's all I
Oh,
can
that's
say.
cool. Man.
Yeah.
We gotta wait until our association landscapers come and do ours. So it was well into Thursday morning before they showed up. So I was just watching all the neighbors trying to get their, cars in the driveway. Anybody who had like, smaller car with the lower bottom, they just buried themselves right into the drift because they couldn't get in. But if you had
Well, I
an
know the
SUV,
schools over here, the stupid schools out here. They canceled Wednesday, but at very last minute, everybody else already called it, and we're like, are we not? So they finally did. And then Thursday, they're like, there's school, but some of your buses might not show up and some might. And
Yeah.
some might be late and some might not. I'm like, well, what does that mean? So
Yeah, right.
Oh, I remember that during Bridgeview and Argo, where if it was
Oh.
15 minutes late, we would go home and say, Ma, the bus never came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a 10-minute rule. Wasn't it 10 minutes?
It's something like that. But I just
Yeah.
remember, and then every once in a while, it would be my aunt filling in, and she would come by our house and stop. And my mom would say, "Get out there right now! Get out there!"
If I remember correctly, District 109, District 217 would wait until about, I don't know, 10 minutes before the start of school to actually get the announcement out that they were closed.
so you had to get out of bed and get ready. Just
And then
to-
you would have to get it from WGN
right.
because they
Yeah,
didn't
you'd be
make phone
waiting,
calls or no emails or
Right,
Nothing
you'd be
like
waiting
that.
for like an hour. Every other school in the free world was closed.
and it would be like a list of like 75 schools.
Uh-huh.
And Argo, even though it was an A, it was like one of the
Uh-huh.
last ones.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm not a delusional. This
No.
happened. And
No, you're
that's-
delusional. You were just right about this.
And that's the way it was. Yes, I remembered.
Who used to say that on the radio? That's the way it was.
Isn't that Paul Harvey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the rest of the
Hey,
story,
Dan.
wasn't it?
Oh, no,
Dan.
you're right. No, that's right. That is the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Dan, your
Now-
aunt was Renee's
the
mom,
story.
right?
Correct. Arlene.
Yeah.
Arlene
Yeah,
McGellery.
Irene, she drove the
Arlene.
Arlene, she would drive the sports bus every now and then.
Oh, a lot, actually.
Yeah.
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 Boy, there's a name that you don't
And
hear
she'd tell-
anymore.
She'd tell you, this ain't your stop. And I said, I'm getting off here. We're going to whatever. We got something. No, you got to go to your. She'd give me a hard time about that. This ain't your stop. Where do you think you're going? Well, we're having a kegger later.
Oh, let me drive you there.
On a Tuesday?
He was bringing the reserves.
Yeah.
This would be on a Tuesday. What?
Yeah.
I could never understand about the bus stops, why they were always like every year they change. One
Yeah, how
year it'd be
about
on our corner. The
How
next
about-
time it'd be over by Wiersbe by the flagpole. Another year it'd be somewhere else.
Well,
I could never really understand the whole.
and you'd have 2 or 3 buses go by the
Blame the
same
s-
stop, and they'd be like, they'd open the doors and go, "Not your stop." Well,
Right.
why can't I get on? You're going to the same school.
Did any of you ever miss your stop and be the last one on the bus and then you ended up getting a special trip home?
No, we weren't.
What's
no.
a special trip home?
Hey,
Yeah, I
Tracy,
just-
we went on one of those little buses.
No. I'm just asking because it's
A
kind of
little
like. if you-
bus and he's got those long legs, three steps and he's out the door.
Where's Arnie?
if you
No,
missed
I
a
know what
stop-
you're talking about. There would be kids that would fall asleep on the way home.
Yeah, or
and then-
whatever. Yeah, or whatever.
Or they were stoned.
Yeah.
I never did it. I just wondered if any of you ever had that experience of what that was like.
No,
I know that was like in conversations with people and would miss my stop and then I would freak out, but then I would get off at the next stop.
Did you ever
Okay.
go wait for the bus on a Saturday?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Man.
Got
Why, like
hammered
a
that
sports
Friday.
bus or what?
No. I'm talking Saturday morning thinking it's school.
Oh,
'cause
boy.
Oh.
You're still 3/4 drunk.
And no one in the
You're
house.
standing there.
Because we were all 3/4 drunk in high school.
Yeah, and you're standing there, and there goes your buddy Bob and Dan driving by in the GS. You idiot. Yeah, you beep, beep, beep. Yeah. And then you look down, oh shit, Saturday.
Did you have?
Did you
like,
ever
your
go to the
books
bus
on
too
you?
early?
Never.
By mistake, you thought it was later. I did that. I'm like, why is this still dark and why isn't anybody out here?
Well, you know what? Where I lived on 72nd there were like 3 buses that would come down the street.
Yeah.
It would because we were in a later
Start.
later start. In the morning there would be like a bus that would go to like one of the Catholic schools. And then there would be like a Bridgeview bus. And then there would be an Argo bus.
Huh.
What about Wilkins? Was there
There
a
would
Wilkins
be, yeah,
bus?
there must have been 4 buses.
Yeah.
Unless the Catholic school didn't have one.
So
No,
but
there
there were
was
3
one
buses.
Catholic school that did have one.
St.
There were-
Blaise, did they have one?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hey Dan,
I
were
just
you a
remember
split
there was
shifter?
one Catholic school that had a bus.
Was I
Oh,
a what?
maybe
What?
this year.
I was asking, were you a split shifter?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't have lunches. All we had was where you can get a snack
Yeah,
didn't
my
actually
brother
have
Mike
a
was
lunch
split shifter.
place.
Right. Could you go off campus for that though?
I don't know if you were allowed to, but a lot of people did.
Yeah.
We always went
That's
off.
because Dan's much older than we are.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
We had the one year we did that. I think I was either a freshman or a sophomore, and we didn't start school till like 10 o'clock or 11, something like that. And get out
Really?
early.
Yeah, you
split
were
shift
right at
too?
you were at the end of that probably.
Yeah.
But I had it off 4 years, and then my brothers and sisters all had it too.
And then
'Cause I
they
remember
changed
in
it. They
79.
changed it to some one long day then.
Yeah, I couldn't even
Yeah.
imagine doing a long day after
No,
doing
they
it.
sucked.
And you could either take 5 or 6 classes when I was there. You only had to take 3 years of gym,
Wow.
What else? I think
Huh.
those were the big ones. You could take 5 or 6 classes, and you only take 5 years of or 3 years of gym.
How
Now,
long
do
would
you
you
guys-
be?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how long would you be at school then? From 10 a.m. until when?
Like
At
2-ish
least
maybe.
4.
No, it wasn't that, was it?
I was there
Wasn't
till 4 o'clock, 3:30, something like that.
Your freshman year?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
That seems
Yeah,
way
'cause
late for
freshmen
me.
have to go later.
Did you have 6 classes maybe?
Could be, because I remember, I think science was my last class, and I think it got over like at 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
All right,
Well, you guys
3:30.
got good
3:30
memory.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. That's what I remember.
You guys
Yeah.
have good memories. I don't remember.
When we were juniors, seniors, we started at like 7 or something. It was really early.
Uh,
I mean, it could have been
Wow.
at 7:30 or something, but it was
yeah,
early.
right, but it was early.
And then we would get out at like 11:30.
Yeah, but then by the time you got through the damn neighborhood to get home, I mean, we used to have to drive through the gardens and everything. It was like, what the hell we got to go through here for?
Hmm.
It was like 20-minute
bus.
ride from school over the bridge, but no, we had to drive around the gardens and we had to go all over. We're like one of the last ones to get off.
I
On the
wonder why
buses?
that is. We never had to do that. We went from Argo right down Oquito and let everyone
Oh.
off, and we were done.
You
That's
know
how
what?
ours
Even
was,
though
too.
Mike lived in the same area, I think he was in like a different, like, complete zone. Like, you guys are probably less than a mile away from each other, and his experiences are way different than yours.
It seemed like we were more on a field trip than going home. Like we're taking a tour of the town. Who the hell gives a shit about the gardens?
Yeah,
No
I think
offense, but-
Mike, you are a South Sider, tried and true. South
think-
side of Bridgeview, South side of Chicago, South side of life.
I think Mike lived in an alternative universe, actually.
Oh, he lived on the South side, no matter where he is.
On the small bus.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm
You guys
backing
never
off.
experienced that? You never had to drive through the gardens or nothing?
I
No,
lived
No.
in Justice for
No.
crying out loud. You had
I
it
don't even know what
hard.
the gardens is.
You
I was
don't
going to
know
say,
what
we didn't even know
hard
what that
is.
was.
Right? If
What's the
Tracy had to go
garden?
to the gardens, he was on the wrong bus.
It was
What are the
behind
gardens?
That
The
probably
elephant walk.
happened.
The who?
behind the elephant walk there.
That's called Bridgeview Gardens.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Is that a
never-
song,
no.
The Elephant Walk?
Why the hell would you be way over there, Mike?
Exactly.
I don't know. That's where they
his
took
point.
us.
You might have been
That's
on
what-
the wrong bus. And they felt sorry for you.
No.
Yeah,
There were
step
kids
He
off the
that
bus,
probably
Gus.
couldn't get them to take a picture of him for an ID for high school.
Yeah, that's it.
There's no picture history of Mike
We were on the special bus.
because you are special.
I never made it on the special bus.
They showed episodes of Gumby.
There was a few kids that got dropped off over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think Paulie lived in that area, didn't he?
Probably.
What
That sounds
exactly, what exactly was the Bridgeview Gardens?
Now, was Bridgeview Gardens unincorporated?
I think so. They even had their own fire
It
station.
is incorporated?
I
So
remember
what's
that
the
about it. I remember they hit,
unincorporated
yeah.
Oh, parts of Stickney are unincorporated.
Right.
But
And
they
you know,
don't-
Nottingham was unincorporated for a really
Oh,
long time too.
Nottingham. That's
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't drive through there though.
So Bridgeview
Yeah.
Gardens is unincorporated?
No, it's not. It's,
It probably
it's
is now.
incorporated.
I mean, it probably isn't now, but back in the 70s, it could have been.
Wasn't Nottingham Rebus though?
It
Yeah.
was, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
in the areas around
No,
us
wait,
that were
Nottingham might have
unincorporated.
been Oak Lawn, no? Or is that
No,
Rutgers?
No,
Burbank.
that was Revis for sure.
Oh, Southfield. Southfield was Oak
Southfield
Lawn.
was probably Oak Lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bridgeview's broken up into these weird sections. You got
Yep.
Bridgeview
Yeah.
Gardens, you got Southfield, you got the
What is
post out of town.
Southfield?
Huh?
What is Southfield?
Southfield is where Dominic's used to be in that area.
That's
Like-
part of Bridgeview?
Like
Yeah.
87th in Harlem,
That's
it was-
part of
and then
Bridgeview?
that way.
And it was
Yeah, that's
named,
where
it was named after an airport where the shopping center, it was called the Southfield Airport.
that's
I
where
didn't know
that's
that.
where the mayor used to live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, he lived there.
Who, Remus?
Yeah.
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 He lived in
Really?
this
I didn't
tiny
know
little
that.
house. He was a multimillionaire and lived in his tiny little house there. When he wasn't on his giant ranch, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there.
Well, he had the picnic there every year.
No, he had a ranch in Missouri.
No,
Oh,
it was
did
a
he?
giant. Yeah, it is big ass
Yeah.
ranch in a whole nother state. Oh,
I went there.
You went there?
Yeah, for a
Gina?
week.
What were you doing
for like
there?
4 days. What?
What were you doing there?
What were we doing there?
I just asked the question, didn't I?
I said, is that what you're asking?
The Senate Investigative Committee. And what were you
People-
doing there?
people
Enjoying
wanna
adult
know.
Hey,
Beverages.
Rick, she's stalling. She
I
only,
know
she
she
knows
is.
she only has 2 minutes to answer.
I know.
People want to
No.
know.
I went there with a group of friends. They went four-wheeling, adult beverages, stuff like that.
Were you
Wow.
invited?
No, I just snuck. Yes. I hung around with them for a long time.
Oh, so you were connected. You had that connection.
I have connections everywhere.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
Ooh.
no, I didn't. I did, yes,
Okay.
Did the mayor know this was going on, or
yes.
He's
this is
probably
where we're
happy-
going with this? Okay, you
happy
know,
lit.
this is a scandal now.
Oh, shut up.
There we go.
No.
Front
Anyway,
page of the
nice
Onion.
people. It's a very nice family.
Yeah. What kind of beverages?
Cold ones.
Pepsi,
You're such a liar.
Coke.
You just have to say Pepsi and Coke
I
and.
said a Coke. Yeah, no, it was nice.
I'll bet.
Fun times. That was my 20s, my early 20s.
Where in Missouri?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
I don't even remember what you guys are talking about, what time you got on the bus. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I was just curious.
I remember weird shit. I
Okay.
don't, I do.
Okay.
Ask me a question. I might know something.
Are you on
That's a
any
weird
prescription
question.
medication?
No.
Okay.
Getting personal.
No, that was from Rain Man.
Oh. Hey, is that on your list of movies, Rick?
One of them, yeah.
You could watch that over and over and always be
Yeah.
entertained by it.
Yeah. I would be on the golf course down in Florida talking to my uncle like him. You know, and it would drive by the sixth hole, he was ready to have me committed.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but
It's a very well acted movie.
it is. It's sad. It's a sad movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's not entertaining. It's uncomfortable.
Nah.
It's got that tension. It's a very uncomfortable.
See, my movie was The Big Chill. You know,
That's an interesting choice.
that's a great movie.
Big
I mean,
Chill's
it's one of my
very
all-time
good.
favorites.
Yep.
I mean, from the soundtrack to
The
the
soundtrack
acting
was incredible.
to the storyline. I mean, the whole, you know.
Did you guys ever see the movie The Commitments?
Oh, I love that movie.
I
No.
love that movie.
Oh
Hmm.
man, hardly anybody would have seen that. That's
I'm gonna have
really
to check
good.
that out.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's about
I
what were
was
they?
trying to
Were
find
they?
where it streamed. I couldn't find it, like on any of the streaming.
They were from. Were they from England or Ireland?
Ireland.
Yeah, it's this
Oh,
band from Ireland, and they're trying to make it, and it's about them. It's really a good movie.
And they
what
just
was it from
randomly
the-
get together,
What's that?
you know? They just randomly get together. Like one guy just has a vision and he starts like plucking people out of the neighborhood. And
Yeah.
it's a good movie.
It's been a long
Are you-
time. What do you remember? What year that was about? I'll look.
No,
It's
I want
really,
to say
really
like
good.
85 or something goofy.
It could have been. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I've seen it a bunch of times when it was playing on whatever streaming service it would have been. It would have been cable, not streaming.
Yeah, because I was looking probably maybe a month and a half ago. And I found someplace, but it was kind of like, I didn't find it on streaming. It might have been on YouTube that I found it.
There's a lot of good movies out there. You know, you look back on, like a lot of people, it's the Blues Brothers,
Yeah,
Right.
Forrest Gump.
yeah.
Take that brown thing and a little.
Yeah,
My
'cause you could
dad,
just sort
my
of
dad
watch
would
it.
come home when they were filming the Blues Brothers and talk about how he saw the squad cars going down Lakeshore Drive while they were filming it.
Wow.
Oh, 1991, Gina.
Don't get stupid long. Really?
Yeah, it seemed hard to believe. Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was way earlier than
They
that.
call it a drama comedy, which it was.
It is. And if you, I mean, if you can follow an Irish brogue, it's not bad, which I can, but sometimes people need the subtitles or whatever.
Oh,
Or an
yeah.
interpreter. I can interpret Irish, bro.
Especially if they're talking fast.
Oh, they do talk.
Can you guys
fast.
see it?
And then,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like with the Irish, that there's a lot of mumbling.
Well, according to Facebook, that guy speaks 4 different languages.
Who?
Rick.
Oh, Marty said interpret. According to that guy, he speaks 4 different languages. I said
Yes,
who? And he said you, Rick.
Yes, I do.
You know, it's really scary when I find Marty like leaving comments on my friends like Facebook. I'm like, oh shit, what's he saying?
Hey,
Yeah.
Tracy, what was that about the Irish?
I was just gonna say, a lot of times it's the mumbling.
Oh, we mumble, huh?
There's a lot of mumble. I'm a quarter Irish. I got
Alright.
license.
All right, see?
You know where I'm going with this, Rick?
Do that?
Have you ever heard the expression, he or she is an Irish
I mean,
mumbler?
sarcastically, like,
What?
Where did Mike go?
right
He's
here.
here.
Oh,
See if
okay.
they get the sarcastic humor.
Okay, hang on.
Gina, do you have Amazon Prime?
No, it's not.
Yes.
You can rent it for $3.99.
Oh, okay.
One of you guys got to explain to me how you do that shit, because you need the computer hooked up to your TV or no? You just do it
Oh,
through
you
the
can,
TV.
you can do
No.
it right on your computer
Okay.
For what?
for streaming
Right.
movies.
But you got to watch it on your computer then?
That's too
They
fast.
missed it.
Well, it depends on what kind of TV you got.
Okay.
If you've got a
Hey.
TV, if you got a computer that has an HDMI outlet, you can watch it that way.
Hang on, Marty wants to share something with you guys.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What?
Don't move it.
Jack Nicholson.
I see it.
Oh,
It's not making noise.
hang on.
He's
couldn't
trying
hear
to
it.
do something very
She touched
specific.
it.
Hang on.
Is
I'm
that
trying
Jack?
to. What did he say?
I don't know.
What did he say?
Oh, they missed it?
No, what did he say? I can't understand what he's saying either. He said it?
You can't understand? that?
No, just tell me.
A little slow.
What the hell, Bobby?
Oh. A little slow tonight.
Yeah, what the hell, Bob?
So
See if they can.
get out of here. It doesn't make sense. He's mumbling so much. Is that the point?
No, no. No, that's the bar scene where it's like a little slow tonight, isn't it?
Why? Because everybody's dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that from The Shining?
Yeah.
He's talking to the
joke is,
bartender.
You know,
The timing was off.
Oh, no. Yeah. Where he's talking to the dead bartender. It's a little slow in here tonight,
yeah.
Yeah.
huh?
I was making fun of your guys' show there.
Oh, you were making fun of us?
I love a good critic.
Why would you make fun of this show?
You know you've
No,
made it
he's
when you
fucking
are
with us.
being
He's right.
heckled.
Oh, I know he is. I know. he
Well, the funny part was it didn't get slow until he put the phone in front of Gina.
is.
I got 2 words, train wreck.
Rubber helmet.
Slower than rigor mortis. Come on.
Stop.
We can't help it. We're trying to work through the censorship bureau.
That's right.
When,
So
back in
Rick,
the
what do you
day,
need? Did you
just
need
a few
somebody
weeks
that
ago,
has,
we were running unbridled.
has some of those streaming, you know? So like I think I told you guys before, out of my 2 adult children, each one of them have like 3 different ones. So everybody shares, you know, cause you can have like so many,
Right, people to log into it.
right, like 5, you know, a lot of times. So that's what you need, somebody to log in off of, and then you can access it. You just like punch it
Yeah,
in
I don't
and
like all that computer shit and stuff.
he'll
Well,
end up
then
throwing his
then you
laptop.
don't like to stream. Deal with
Right.
it.
No. I got Netflix. That's good enough
Well, how you watching Netflix?
on my TV.
All right,
Duh.
then you've got a smart TV.
Yeah, but I don't deal with that. I just, you know. So, oh, I see what you're saying. I can do that and then put it on my TV and they do all that work for you like Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to really do anything. You just have to kind of program it in. and
Yeah,
it's
now I
really-
know what you're talking about. Okay. Wow.
It's an
Well, you know-
app. It's an
It
app
only
on your
took me 2
TV.
fucking weeks to figure it out.
A week, a couple broken things, and a lot of fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Remember when you
lovely-
couldn't fix your Facebook?
You remember that? How mad I was?
Oh
Yep.
my.
Oh, I was
Lovely
pissed.
Xfinity just raised the rates on the internet.
Awesome.
Oh
Bastard.
shit! I gotta pay it.
So that's why my my bandwidth is better because I'm paying an extra couple bucks.
So
It's
they're
much
extorting more
better.
money out of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm thinking about changing over to the AT&T. They've got that fiber optic.
That's what I got here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, they built that fiber optic network about 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we had access to the certain things over here for a
they
little
built
while.
the AT&T.
Yeah. So now I just do that. I know what you're talking about though. That's going to be all right.
Oh,
I can do
listen,
that.
listen to this story about AT&T.
Uh-oh.
So
Listen to the story about
so I'm-
AT&T.
we get it where we on for our internet, only
Yeah.
internet, we have AT&T. So
Ah.
they raised it from, well, we kept running out of gigabytes
Bandwidth?
or whatever. And then they would charge us $10 per like every 10 gigabytes, which is like 3 movies is 10 gigabytes. So it's ridiculous.
That's a lot.
That's
But
BS.
anyways, moving on. We call them up to boost it up to unlimited. Well, they say, oh, well, you know, you guys have phones. We can even give you a better deal if you bundle. So we were originally on Virgin Mobile, and it was like $50 per phone, unlimited everything. So that's $250 for the 5 of us per month. All right.
That's
well, so now AT&T says, well, for only $120, we can give you all your phones and internet, right? For 200 days. Okay, so he's, oh man, that's fantastic. Let's do it. So then I started to turn my phone over first because I was the first one that needed to pay my bill because we're not on a group plan on Boost because it's Boost now. Virgin left and sold out to Boost, so now we're all on Boost. So I start turning mine over, and if you guys ever change the phone over, it's like a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
You actually have to give your phone number to your next carrier. And there's like a process to do that. All right. So I go through the process, and I just got a new phone about probably 4 months ago. And it's not like I'm leasing my phone. I bought it for like $500
Right.
from Boost. So I'm thinking it's my phone. You know, they have to unlock it. Well, they wouldn't unlock it because I didn't have it with their service for a year. So that's strike number 1 on Boost part. So now we get our bill for AT&T for all our phones and internet. It was $400 a month. So they outright lied to us. And there was like $200 worth of taxes on all
Yep.
this stuff. So I said, all right, forget it. We're not doing that. So then I call up Boost and I say, okay, well, you know, I don't want to leave anymore. I want to stay with you. They said, well, we don't have your phone number anymore.
Oh,
So it took me a day and a half of phone calls to get my phone number back from AT&T back to Boost. So
Wow.
moral of the story, don't trust those fucking AT&T people.
No,
I'd
Whatever
still be
they
in this-
tell you,
Hey, are
add
you naming names?
500%.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you gonna edit that?
I'm not going to edit that.
Oh my.
Son of a bitch.
AT&T, all those big people, they all suck.
Wow.
I just want to go
Oh.
on record to say I do not own any shares of AT&T, and I sit not offended.
I wished
I-
I would own AT&T shares because they're making big bucks on people that aren't paying attention.
I'd
Oh,
be in
that's
a
true.
psych
Opens
ward
on
right
Monday.
now.
We'll see what happens.
I'm thinking
Not
of getting.
good.
They've got a 5G network that I forgot who is it? It's like one of the smaller carriers, but they've got this instead of like a cable. It's basically like a phone, but it's internet and it's 5G that you hook up to your house, and it takes the signal from the air like a phone, and then
Right.
it transfers that signal into all your computers.
I know what
and-
company you're talking about. Yeah.
but you can get that for unlimited for $50 a month.
Yeah.
But I'm I'm like gun shy now
right.
because I'm
Well, 'cause
afraid that I'm going
AT&T,
to start
man.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 words.
You
What's
got
the tech?
PTS. You got PTSD from AT&T.
Right.
Right.
That's a rap song in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah. Mike, you all right, man?
Yeah, why?
Well, you got these strange itches going on there.
No, he looks like he's getting really comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, he looks like he's like even his like hat looks like he was like, I'm done.
I don't
I'm
have a
just
hat.
kidding.
I just have my helmet. you know?
I'm just chilling today.
That's cool.
I got
I'm just-
100 hats. I never wear them.
Oh, I got a
I'm
ton
just
of
a-
hats.
I'm just a standby.
Tracy, what did you say? I thought you said I have underpants and I never wear them.
Well,
Here we go,
Hey,
Gina.
I have 100 hats,
No judgment.
Oh,
and I
can
never
you see
wear
how
them.
I thought that? 100 hats,
There you go.
underpants.
I'm not going anywhere near that one.
No, I'm just saying I wasn't trying to like be funny. Really thought that's what he said, but I didn't think Tracy would say that, so I thought I better ask.
It would be rather shocking if I did.
Right.
I'm good. I have them on. It's all good.
See? It was
Hey, we
important
gotta-
to ask.
Hey, if we go syndication, we got to come up with a name for the show.
Oh God, the pressure, it's killing me.
I know, isn't it?
I didn't want any stress.
What do you think, Dan?
I've got a name.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Dan's
Dan's
Garage.
Garage.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
It
all
is
right.
Dan's garage.
Because
last time
think
I
about
checked.
it. We're in Dan's garage.
Yes,
Right.
we are.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking
All right,
of that,
scratch
Gina,
Yes.
that whole segment out.
I figured out how we can go live if you guys wanted to do that.
Go live.
It's actually really easy
And a
because
little
I set up
scary.
all
Now-
the buttons ahead.
On what?
We need a
where
If
dump.
we
go
wanted,
live on.
like when we're doing this,
We need a dump
we
Right.
could be live on Dan's Garage on Facebook.
with a dump button.
So now does Facebook, when you're doing live, is there like a time limit? I thought there's
No.
a time.
No, you
It's
can
live.
do it as long as you need, as long as you want.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
Well, that
do
would
some
be
people
good
a
because
heads
you-
up.
And we,
People can make comments and you can ask them what,
Well, that's the neat part about it is if we went live, then people on here could talk to us.
if
right.
you go live and you're just doing this and you're on your computer, would you see the comments on your computer screen?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
kinda
I've
cool.
never done it, so I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
Well,
try it.
I
You
probably
might
not
not
on
want
your
to see the
computer screen.
comments.
Yeah, this
No, I
got
don't think
this
you would
Or the-
see it
or
on
the
your computer
replies. The
screen.
replies
I
might
think
be
it would be
worse.
if you had a phone.
No,
Mike,
no.
this
Well,
is-
I've got on the left side of me, I've got a big tablet that I can
Okay.
look at to see
The
the internet.
tablet would do that.
We
Right.
might have
This
to
has got-
get some kind of finger mode going if we.
This has got Custard's Last Stand written all over it. We're
I'd
gonna
have
get
to wear a hat for
butchered.
that.
We
No,
have
we're
to
gonna get butchered. Think
we-
about it, Trace.
we'd
A
have to
hat with the
watch
arrow through
we'd have
it?
to watch Tracy and Gina because they like to talk about people.
Yeah, they do.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Well, you know.
Brutal.
Yeah,
First
you'd have
name
to do
basis.
You'd have to do initials.
That's no. Then you'll have like
If you
40
can't name
people
names,
calling you.
what is the point?
Well, they know who they are.
You know who you are.
Well, I mean, that's why when we were telling stories last week, I was saying somebody that lived behind us, somebody that lived a block away from us. I
See,
mean, that was,
that was not even an issue. It was when you got to your relatives.
Somebody whose name
Oh, that's
starts
okay.
that rhymes with peeing.
oh, I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh shit, why did I do that? But oh well,
Well, hey, I eliminated all that.
that's
so
good.
Is
Thank
it
you.
a hard job,
obviously-
Dan? Are we
What-
making it very difficult?
No, because it's only. I'll tell you the part.
Radio
I'll
edit.
tell you the worst part about it, Mr. Mike, with his
Uh-oh.
with this person that was trying to become his friend. Between all of us, we used that name about 1,000 times. We kept repeating it. Don't say the name. I'll say the
Don't
first
remember.
name. Donna. There was the Donna name.
Oh, the Donna. Oh, the Donna.
We kept saying it. and saying it
Oh,
and saying
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Donna Jean?
There you go. Way to go, Trace.
Oh, wait.
He just told you not to say it.
Okay, you can edit that though. We're still not live.
Fun.
No, I'm usually the one
Oh,
getting in
you
all the
mean
trouble.
you
My
mean
wife's asking me if
Tom
it's
Jones
Adele
at
causing all the
83rd,
trouble. I said, no,
72
I'm
in
causing it.
Bridgeview? That Tom?
Tracy, you got a good lawyer?
You're
I better get
hey,
one.
you're in garage jail.
You're in garage jail.
They'll
Oil
set your
change for
bail.
you.
Yeah, you gotta wait till Monday to get your bail.
Put them in the trunk.
When I go to edit this, I'm gonna put like jail bars over him.
And no pass go, no collect $200.
Oh,
Are you in Zoom jail?
Put some Monopoly money in front of them.
Are you in Zoom jail?
Well,
Zoom
sometimes
jail.
I feel like we're just sitting, like in the same room.
did you
So I
guys,
forget myself.
anybody see
Well, that's
Reservoir
that's
Dogs?
why we can do this good.
You know, I
Because
never
everyone's
saw
really
Reservoir
comfortable.
Dogs all the way through.
You remember
What?
Reservoir Dogs? Anybody?
I never
Yeah.
saw it
I've
like
seen
all the way
I've
through.
seen most of it, never all of it.
Where
Yeah,
th-
what's
that,
up
that
with
whole segment we just did right there reminded me of Harvey Keitel talking to the boss about Tommy this, Tommy that, Tommy who, Tommy what. I got
You know-
you say I got too many Tommies in here. I got Tommies coming out of my fucking head. Remember that part of it? And he goes,
Yeah.
just give me my goddamn book back.
I just watched the movie Lansky, and Harvey Keitel really nailed it. I thought it was terrific. I don't
Oh,
know if
he's
you
a
guys
great
have seen it.
he's a great actor.
Oh, incredible. Incredible actor.
What movie was it?
Lansky, Meyer Lansky.
Oh, I don't never seen it.
Okay. Yeah, he played Meyer Lansky, and it was really cool. Did a hell of a job.
Who is that? Was he a? I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, so Meyer Lansky was the numbers guy in Lucky Luciano's organization.
Yeah, he was a mobster.
Oh, okay. So it's
But-
a mob type movie.
He was a mobster that also had a connection with the federal government that was more or less a sweetheart deal. So he more or less played the entire country.
Well,
Yeah.
there,
Oh, really?
there were a lot of people in history like that were in government moles, if you want to call them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was
And they
like
just- They touch on it, they touch on it.
well, it's the same premise was the movie The Departed. With Jack Nicholson. It was a fictitious one, but
Oh,
So
yeah.
they say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what's coming up now? I'm not sure whenever it is, but Valentine's Day's coming up.
Yeah.
My favorite movie of all times always played on Valentine's Day.
What is it?
We should know it.
the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, I love that
wow.
movie. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys remember that? Jason
Oh,
yeah.
Robarbs
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
We actually did one of those ghost tour things a long time ago, where you went driving around on a bus and they took you to all these different haunted places.
oh yeah, I've heard about that.
And we actually drove down the street or block or whatever where that took place.
Yeah, it's like the garage is no longer there, but it was there 20 years ago. It was still there.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
I'm
love
trying
that
to-
movie.
It's
That's
like
a
a
good
real
movie.
famous area because of that. Exactly.
On the north side, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't get to
Northside
go out,
Gang.
you know, we didn't get to go out and actually look at the wall, but we drove past it.
Yeah, that's tore down now, though. I forgot what they built in its place, but
A
now if you
parking
took the
lot.
tour, it's gonna say, and where CVS on aisle 5 is where that wall used to be.
There's a bullet hole.
Yeah.
That's what it is, but that's not what I'm looking for.
It's like center ice of the old Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto is now a grocery store. And when you go down the Asian food aisle, there's this red dot on the floor, on the concrete floor. And my friend says, yeah, that's where center ice was.
Is that a
Really?
joke or is
Wow.
that real?
No, it's legitimately, it's a legitimate marker for the old Maple Leaf Gardens.
Oh,
And now I forget it's a chain, big chain in Canada. I can't think of the name of it. But literally you walk down of irony, Asian aisle, center ice.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
So I can say I've been to the Maple Leaf Gardens. I was a little late, but I was there.
They should have put one of those machines I was talking about that sell those little clear cubes for when you want to have keggers in the summer.
As opposed to the winter.
This is
Right.
gonna be an ongoing thing. This is beautiful.
I don't understand. On a Tuesday morning, late morning, after we go on the trail, half hour out and back, we have our little rendezvous in the parking lot. We don't have a kegger though, but if a keg showed up, we would have the kegger. Around 11:30 a.m.
Hmm.
Not
We
bad.
used to drink in Willow Springs and back in the woods behind all those raised, that like shopping center where it's all raised and whatever. Back there's a path and
Like on the,
there was a
on the
lot of
single-
us that do
Wow.
bonfires back there.
Like
and things that.
Canterbury? Was it Canterbury that used to be there?
I don't know. We had our own name for it, but
Would you do like bonfires and such?
bonfires and drank and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We did that at
Wow.
Maple Lake too. That was pretty cool.
They used to call it, we used to call it Ookie or something stupid like that.
Call it what?
Ookie,
Ookie?
Ookie. Yep.
And
Hmm.
luckily, no forest fires broke out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that
telling
backs up to a big forest.
And that was with
Yeah.
a lot of Argo people, honestly.
Hmm.
So it's
I'll say it again. Luckily, there weren't any forest.
No,
Right?
The timber in there is never dry.
It's a wonder we all survived.
Yeah, we could probably have our own book. All our horror stories.
I'm good for about 18 chapters.
That's why the-
Only 18.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yes.
get too carried away.
That would be like, you would have to have like your
we
own
would have to rate you,
mythology.
You would have to what me, Ray or Gina? What?
not rape you.
I
rate.
think
Well, I thought that's what you just
I'm
said.
pretty sure she said rape you.
He wants it, man. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Party,
Can't
man.
believe what I'm
Tell your
hearing.
Woman.
How you doing? No,
What you doing?
seriously. I said we'd have to rate yours.
Yeah,
Your
that's
18
not what you said. I feel, I don't know, man.
Do you
I
feel
feel dirty.
violated?
I
Rick,
feel violated and dirty.
Rick, there's another chapter for you. How I
Yeah.
was raped.
I was raped.
That'd be a whole chapter, violated and dirty.
Right.
The violated, dirty, whatever monster walking through the creature.
The street
The
creature.
street
Sure.
street- I still
Oh,
can't
yes.
say it.
Yeah, we coined a phrase last week.
See, I think
Street
slowly as we
creature.
do this, we have to find like our handle names. So his is Street Creature. So as we stumble upon this kind of stuff, we'll
Thank
find
you.
names that suit everyone.
Oh, good. Something to look forward to for sure.
Yeah, sure. Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Voight, yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does have a name, doesn't he? Mike, the silent one over there.
I gotta get that tattooed now. I gotta
Right
get
on
a
your
street
creature.
creature tattoo.
Right on your forehead.
No, I'm gonna get a street creature somewhere.
Michael,
That'd be
you
pretty
look like
cool.
you're ready for a nap.
Michael,
I'm
Yes.
ready for, yeah.
I
Pretty
think
much.
he's
That's what
doing,
it says.
I think he's medicated. He's got a bottle of
Meditated?
NyQuil somewhere.
Hey, Mike, how does that make you feel when every time you come on, people say, "Oh, you look so tired. Have you been
Yeah.
drinking all day?" Every time Mary's mom comes over, or used to actually, used to come over, she'd always say, "Oh, you look really tired. Have you been working all day?" It's like, no, this is the way I look all the time,
Yeah.
and you're not making me feel good every time you say it.
It's something about older relatives. It's
Yeah,
it's
that
like
just
they're on the
reminded
job.
me of the Saturday Night Live skit with the puppy uppers and the doggy downers.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay,
My dog's
speaking
out
of
of
old
control.
parents,
Hopefully, dogs weren't harmed in that.
right? So my mom came home. We picked them up from the airport from Midway last night. And so we're talking and she's showing me some stuff that she got from Florida. And then she went in her room and she's like, "Oh, remember this bracelet and it's gold and it has her name on it." And we're talking about it. She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, remember that other gold one?" She's like, "Yeah." So she went in her room. Now, okay, remember that we stayed there for the last 10 days. She's like, "Who's been in my jewelry box?" There were no strangers here, so who are you talking about, yo? And then she's opening drawers, and my son and my husband are like, "What is she doing?" She's like, "Somebody was in my jewelry box. I have jewelry missing." I'm like, "Okay, so like, are you saying we took your jewelry?" So she couldn't find it. So today she calls me and she goes, "Oh, I wanted to thank you for putting my gold bracelet in my suitcase." So that's her way of saying she was wrong and apologizing. She
Oh
put it in there and didn't
yeah.
remember. But she doesn't
She let
apologize.
herself down easy.
Oh my God. She's just like,
Yeah, but
"Hey,
yeah,
just
but you
wanted
know,
to thank you."
you know she's apologizing, so that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So I laughed her. I'm like, "Mom, you're an ass." And she's like, "I know."
Tacit understanding.
Yeah, but still, I mean, she was in the drawers like, we're like, what, like we like ripped you off like while you were home.
It's like back in the day when you had a kegger party when they were out of town.
Again with the kegger.
Yeah,
Again.
I'm gonna keep saying kegger.
I know.
I-
I'm gonna keep.
I would always
I'm gonna
get
crash
blamed
that party.
when I lived with my dad for a couple of years, and every time something would happen, it'd either be my fault or one of the kids' faults.
Never
know,
goes.
Something spilled on the rug, one of us did it, or something was missing, or somebody took something out of the fridge. It was always our fault. Never
That was
his.
everybody growing up, Mike.
It's
No,
tough
this
to get
was-
old.
this
No,
was
he's
like
talking about as an adult.
Later
with
on,
his
this was
children.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, as an
It's
adult.
tough to get old.
yeah, this was
with his
like-
kids, not
It's
him
it's
as
like
a kid.
okay. It's
Yeah,
like
this
the
was
McKenzie
like-
brothers.
It's
I
tough
lived
to
with my
get old.
dad for probably, right after I got divorced, and something would be missing out of the freezer. Who took
Oh.
my stuff? Where's
Yeah.
this? What happened to that? And where'd this go? And who threw this on the floor? And I'm like, you live here too. But he was never at fault for anything that happened in the house. It was
No.
who marked my wall, or who
Yeah.
took his last, piece of toast, or whatever the hell he was looking, or something out of the fridge.
Mm,
He was always blaming everybody else.
hmm.
Well, thank God Yo doesn't do that, but it was pretty funny though, because I laughed. I'm like, "You're an ass." And she's like, "I know." So
That's like the time I got busted sneaking into my mom's house. I ran out of milk and I was really hammered. So I went over to her house instead of going to the store, and I got the key, and I'm walking and I'm going to steal her gallon of milk. And I hit one of the things in the floor. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it creaked. And all she yelled out was, "Stay out of my milk, you son of a bitch." That's not
Wow.
bad. I'm busted.
Okay, did anybody ever try to steal something when they were younger?
Oh, who didn't?
I was about to
That's the
say
question.
that I don't even want to get into that because
There we go.
yeah,
Good thing we're not live.
only the names have changed to protect the innocent.
Yeah. CSI Bridgeview.
I would say most of the people that tried to steal something succeeded.
Oh, I didn't mean the big ticket items. I mean, just like as a kid, like
Yeah.
not a teenager or young adult.
I took
Yeah.
a book of matches from A&P.
They gave them away though, didn't they?
No,
Oh,
they were.
Not to kids, they wouldn't have, unless they may have with you.
yeah.
Because he has that 5 o'clock shadow since he was 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, not a big deal, but
No, that's like I tried. Okay, and besides, I'm a big girl, so it even makes it worse to tell you guys. But anyway, it's an A&P story. We were in A&P,
I wonder they're out of business.
myself and a couple of our friends. Man, I can't even believe we would walk that far because now I don't want to walk to the mailbox to check the mail.
Is
So
this the one over by Kmart?
yeah,
Okay, okay.
it was AP&P, and wasn't it national as well at
I
some
think
point?
so. I think so.
In the same
Well,
building
anyway,
as Kmart?
Yeah.
Grocery store that they're ever compete.
Anyway, I picked up a brownie and I was going to steal the brownie.
Yeah. What?
What is
I'm
I
giving
think
my
Gina's about to go off on somebody. here.
Gina gave him the look. I bet you
I
he's
know,
on
man.
fire right now.
That's the I sharded. You know,
Wait,
you
wait,
look
listen real close. I bet you the fire alarm's going off.
at yeah.
She's like the fire burner. What was that movie? Where the
Fire starter.
yeah,
fire
where the
starter.
where the
It's
little,
about to get real.
the little girl would just stare at you and you would combust.
Boom.
some little monstrous bitch?
It's not working.
So tell your
Anyway.
story about the brownie. What happened?
No, I don't want to tell it anymore.
Oh,
Anyway, I guess we all have our stories like that.
I did once. I remember I was probably about 8 years old at Kmart. I changed the price on a little Hot Wheel tractor and paid for it and everything. Went home and then I'm laying there for about a half hour and I go, fuck, I got to bring it back and tell them what I did. And I did. I brought it back,
you?
man, because I knew if my mom found out, man, she was gonna beat my ass. And that's what kept me out of trouble growing up was my mom. You know, thinking about what's she gonna do to me.
So you
Because back
bought
then
it?
back then they could kill you and say it was an accident.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know it.
Fuck you up.
My kids
That I
are
brought
not
you in, I could take you out.
intimidated by me at all.
No, I mean,
And I still have a 17-year-old, and that's probably the worst because she's the least intimidated. She just is like,
well, it's like when you were younger, even when I got older, you'd walk by your mom or your aunt, and they'd raise their hand, and you'd revert back to childhood and go full fetal on the floor. You know,
Oh, yeah, my British ass.
you're about to get your ass kicked. What is that?
a blanket.
Dead animal.
It's not. It's a
Where-
blanket.
It wasn't that.
No, I have to get it from him before he'll take it, and it's mine, and I want it. So,
Oh, okay.
and then I'll
Just-
fall asleep on top of
Just
it.
as simple as that. It's mine and I want it.
That's right.
Damn it. That's right. So anyway, I don't know what to say.
First cars. What was your first
First-
car?
First car,
Yeah.
70 Plymouth Barracuda.
Oh, like, okay, we're supposed to
I-
compete with that?
No, I had a
Well-
lime green. I had a lime green Impala.
What year do
Nice.
you know about?
What year was it? 74?
Yeah.
74.
So that was a big one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it had a white top.
Mm.
Did it have a 350 or the 305?
I don't know.
He never opened the hood. Come on.
The peanut gallery is going to get slapped. No,
Kind of interior.
I want to say, I don't know. Was it leather interior?
No,
Why am I asking you?
it was vinyl,
It was not, was it?
Huh?
Was it?
plastic, the vinyl.
He said it was vinyl. Why do you
Yeah.
know?
Dan, yours
Oh,
was a
yeah.
Pinto, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was
and
it?
actually, the more I think about it, that really wasn't my first car
No.
because that was my mom and I's car. We both took owners of it, ownership
Yeah,
of
I
it.
shared a car with my mom.
Right.
It was my sister's
But-
Pinto Runabout 74, puke green, exterior, interior. And
I think-
eventually my Uncle Paul had, and you know Uncle Paul from Daytona trips,
The van.
the van. I think it was the winter of 81. I could see the street from the door was all rusted out to a point where you were driving, you could see the street.
Like the Flintstone mobile.
Yeah, I was pretty much down to it. So my uncle had the brilliant idea of just taking some sheet metal, getting it nice and smooth and cut, and then duct tape.
Nice.
That's
No
awesome.
bondo, duct tape.
We don't
That
need no
was the
stinking
job.
bondo.
And that's
No.
how I spent junior year.
Wow.
I
I
only
think-
got my driver's license so that I could go out to bars, so I could prove that I was 21.
Jeez.
Oh.
I
Yeah, I
think
didn't
my
get it until 21.
I
There
think
was a
my
lot of
first
that back in
car,
the day.
the first car that I actually owned by myself was I think a 71 Camaro with a
Nice.
350 in
Again,
it.
how are we supposed to
Nice.
top that?
That's a
It
nice
was
car.
it was a beater Camaro, so
That was wasn't that the last year of that body type?
No,
70 and 71 were the,
Marty said no.
no, 60, 69, 70 they switched.
okay.
The meeting for
No, I
Gearheads
was saying
Anonymous
is the
is on
70
Tuesday
and
night.
71 were the only 2 years they did that
No, I
body
think
style.
no,
There we
I think
go.
it went up into the like
Marty said no.
1980.
mid 70s.
Marty said
even.
1980.
Did it?
80 and
Okay.
Sports.
Okay.
84 Cutlass.
Was it
Got
He's
automatic?
the
or
car
four
guy in the
speed?
background.
Mine was a 4-speed.
Nice.
Oh, good Lord.
It was-
MTR 11.
It was fun, man. It was only a
84
2-barrel,
Cutlass
but it was
Calais.
fun.
I rode in that. And you used to wash it with Tide. I couldn't believe it.
MTR 11.
MTR 11.
I think I went through 3 bottles of whatever that stuff we used to use for the tires.
Armor All.
Armor
Armor
All.
A
Was
week.
that a Toyota, Mike?
Huh?
Was that a Toyota?
Oldsmobile.
That was a
Okay.
beauty.
That was
Oh, is this the
Olds.
one you got impounded?
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
it ever get stolen?
No.
Because Cutlass for years, that was the hot car to steal for the
No.
parts.
No.
Okay, curious.
Joe,
Not mine.
Joey had a really nice one.
Yeah, he had the Olds Hurst Olds.
Yeah, the Hearst. Yeah, that's right.
His was
442
the
or?
He was
Huh?
the 83 version, I think.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, he had the gear shifters on the side there.
Yeah.
It was cool. That's how I got mine, because I saw his and I didn't want a copycat. He's like, well, they got another version of it. So I went and picked that one out. That was my baby.
Oh, you
The
know
white-
what? What's
the white
interesting?
car.
My nephew got Joey's truck back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because my brother bought it off of Joey. I don't know if you remember that.
Which truck?
The big one, the one with the big tires,
Oh, okay.
the one he
okay.
used to show with the blower on it and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So my brother Bill bought that off of him.
Uh-huh.
And then this goes back to Bridget Gardens, guys. So we all know
Unincorporated,
where Bridget
Follow
Gardens
along.
is.
No, it's corporated.
Yeah.
but then it was not.
But
Oh, okay.
so when he lived in Bridget Gardens, he bought it and they took it all up. Well, no, it was already taken apart when Joey sold it when it was all taken apart. And then they were putting it back together, but then I don't know if they got bored or what, but then they ended up selling it. And then it ended up like on the East Coast, like in New Hampshire or something.
Oh, wow.
And then just about a couple weeks ago, my nephew called the guy up and he never did any work on it. This was years ago. He never did lick of work on it and ended up buying it back for I don't know how much money, but it's back in the Chicago area now. And he's going to
cool.
work
Oh,
on
wow.
it.
That's
Did they
cool.
ever take, did he ever take the saying off the back of the truck?
I don't remember what that was.
It was
Watch
Jimi
it.
Hendrix. It was a Jimi Hendrix quote.
What was it?
Uh,
Excuse me while I kiss the sky?
no, it was something about kissing my pup or something.
Oh, I don't remember that. I know he had those big 44-inch tires or whatever they were on it.
Well, yeah, he put like what, 2 lift kits on it?
Yeah. Yeah, he
'Cause
had
he
it
had
lift. He had it lifted so high
How high
Yeah,
was it?
Couldn't even, yeah,
the universals wouldn't work right.
yeah. Well, that
must
started out
be-
as a red truck, didn't it?
Yeah, it was just a regular old red 4-wheel drive truck.
And then he
Ford.
painted it gray.
Right, and with the stripes. I've got pictures of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
that's
bad.
the one that was at Moraine Valley?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've seen
That
pictures.
was-
That's a big truck.
That was badass, man.
What did it have in it? 350 or?
I can't. It was some Ford motor. I can't remember. But he
Was
had a
it a show
blower
car?
on it.
Yeah.
Was it a show car?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I used to hang around with somebody that made special blowers in Summit.
Oh yeah.
Dyer?
Mhm.
671 street blower.
Remember the shirts, the
Around with
t-shirts?
their son.
Remember the t-shirts?
Was it
Yeah, I
there,
do actually. Those were
I
nice.
think half of Argo wore that t-shirt. I was
Didn't it
not
have a 57 Chevy on
part
it
of the half.
with
Was
a
that
big
the-
blower?
was that the Dyer that lived on Okido?
I never got the shirt.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
There used to be a Dyer that lived on Okido.
What'd you have to do to get the shirt?
I think go in and buy it.
Yeah, it never was gonna happen.
Remember the Bridgeview Bank t-shirts? Who had a Bridgeview Bank t-shirt?
I never had them, but Mary had them.
Lower right corner.
I had them.
Did you?
Yeah.
He had to have them. That was his uniform.
No, we actually wore blue button-down shirts and blue
Oh.
pants.
All blue.
But
That
you
was
had
our
the,
uniform.
but you had the t-shirt underneath it close to your heart.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, those were fun days.
First job,
First job.
like not cutting
Executive
grass,
mailing.
like where you actually had to fill out an application.
Bridgeview Bank.
Executive mailing.
An application?
Yeah, where you actually had to be hired. Not like,
Yep.
I'll go cut your grass or
Where's
Southtown
he been?
Economy.
change your oil.
Bridgeview Bank.
Southtown.
Executive mailing.
I could say the Southtown because the first time I ever got paid was the story that I sold about John Rutkowski's retirement
Mm-hmm.
and had a byline with Paul Ladusky. I got the stringer's fee of $20.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
So in a way, that's the first job, but it was kind of a gig. So
Yeah.
really the first job that I had like a paycheck, payroll was McDonald's at Moraine Valley.
Nice.
That's where I met Dar.
Mine was Brady's Motel.
Oh, wow.
I used
Really?
to, yeah, I was a hooker. No, I used to have to
Want
go.
some candy, little boy?
Are you
Yeah.
gonna edit that?
I used to have to go in after the
Go in.
afternoon lovers
Hey, now.
and change their sheets.
Oh, man.
And
Did you wear
lived to
gloves and
tell
shit,
about
dude?
this.
The 4-hour naps.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
4-hour
God.
nap.
Really? Did things like that go on there?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Or should I say
I'm
always?
sure.
That's
And
what
where was
they
the
call-
other?
Shut the.
No, the Clayton Motel and the Brady Hotel there, or motel. That's all
Yeah.
It
those
was a
are.
certain look.
What was
Those
the
are
other
4-hour
one?
nappers.
What was the other
Cloud
one? For
nine.
the 4-hour
Cloud
nap?
9.
Cloud 9.
There's
No,
the one
no,
right
it
on
was the one on
Southwest
Harlem.
Highway.
Which
Oh,
Yeah,
one?
the one on
Payless
Southwest
Motel.
Highway.
Yeah,
Payless
which one is
Motel.
that?
I
Mark,
JC's.
what was the one on the
JC's.
corner?
Yeah.
JC
Thanks,
Motel.
Dar.
Who
Me
said
and, me
it?
and the ex would stop there for lunch every now and then.
Good to know.
Where were you?
Yeah, yeah.
Were you eating out or what?
Oh, was
Hey,
I
now.
ever?
Was, I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Was he ever?
It's like eating a glazed donut.
Wow. You know, I want to say something.
Studies have shown.
I think we all left it. I think we all left a deposit there at some time.
I remember her asking me, baby, what are we doing? I said, we're
I
going
don't
to
get
stop
out
taking a
much.
nap.
I never got out much.
Oh, man.
You never been there?
Nah. Heard all the
No,
stories.
We had a punch card.
that was
But if I get invited, like
That
that
was-
kegger,
like automatic. It was like going to paradise.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much
paradise, like the restaurant.
with
Yeah.
the name and actually going to paradise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Such
Very
like
naughty.
well-fed property.
Shut up.
Huh?
It's
Gotta
that
make
was
sure
our
they,
teen
you got to
years.
make sure they burned all the tapes.
Burn out the tapes. I hope they edited some things.
I think I see some of that on PornTube sometimes.
Oh my.
I've been on Pornhub a couple
Can I
times.
get that on my smart TV?
Yeah, Rick's still getting money for those videos.
Oh,
Royalties.
lovely.
Royalties.
Oh my.
Oh, the place probably still has the same old wallpaper.
Ew. Marty said that place probably has the same old wallpaper that you can go in with, like, you know, your black light and see your name written on the wall.
Jack Sheehan.
What's bad is they're
wow.
probably they're still using the same sheets from the 80s.
You look at the ceiling and it looks like stucco and it's not.
Huh.
Now that would be impressive. I would be impressed with that.
That ain't no lava lamp.
Ah,
Oh, God.
There's some cum shot stalactites hanging there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, this is kind of like one of those movies I could watch over and over and always be entertained.
there's so many things to say.
It's, you know,
I don't want to be judged.
that's too late.
oh
No,
my,
What the
no, that
fuck?
thing, Frisk.
oh my.
No?
No.
So the worst part about that job was all these people would go in, do their thing, soil the sheets, and then soil one washcloth, and then throw the rubber in their garbage can.
So now I worked in a skanky motel like that, and they just wanted us to empty the garbage, not take the garbage back out, empty it of like that kind of stuff into one big garbage.
Yeah, that's crap.
And Dan, you weren't wearing a hazmat suit or nothing, were you?
No.
You're just
No.
breathing in all them good fumes.
How
Oh,
long
I know-
did this
you know
go
what was
on?
Come to think of it, though,
Come.
there were a lot of people that used to smoke pot while they did it.
I find
Because
this
I'd
hard to
go in
believe.
there and it would smell because there was no such thing as a no smoking room.
Among
Yeah.
other things, that
And
was
then-
illegal.
Yeah, and then there was in the little ashtrays by the bed, there would
Yeah.
always be a bunch of seeds in there. And I was pretty young actually when I was doing this. I was my early teens,
I was
and I
Columbia,
always
that's
thought
cheap.
they were just like, seeds for like like growing in a garden. I didn't understand what all that was about. It was years later after I didn't have that job where I thought, that's what they were. That's where those seeds came from.
How
from
old
this-
were you when you worked there?
Like 12 or 13 or something. It was young.
And somebody had you changing them sheets?
Well, actually, to
That's
be
child
honest, all I
abuse,
was
bud.
doing
Any, like
was
child labor laws.
I was
back
stripping
then?
the sheets off, and then
Stripping?
somebody would come in and redo them. I still can't make a bed.
No,
But he can strip in them. I mean, he can strip them.
Right, I can do both. I can strip in them or I can strip them.
At age 12.
he's changing soiled sheets at 12 years old. You may have a lawsuit, man.
Well, that's why they made him like take the sheets off. Somebody else got to put the clean sheets on. They're like, hey,
Oh,
here's a quarter. Go pull the sheets off of the bed.
It was only like 75 cents an hour or something. It was like really cheap.
Jesus.
Yeah, considering it was illegal.
So
Oh,
that would have been like 1972 if I was 12.
Wow.
wow.
Man, that was first and second grade for me. Oh, yeah.
And Tracy, you look perplexed right now.
Yeah, I'm still
He's
trying to
gonna go-
figure out the
he's gonna have
12-year-old
nightmares tonight.
in the hotel of ill repute.
Tracy's like,
conveniently
what the hell
located.
is going on in Bridgeview?
Well, all of those places were like one after the other
Yeah.
on that north end.
I never was in Cloud 9 though. Never was in there.
Right.
Which was the dirtiest?
What was the one in Countryside too?
Countryside?
Right off of Manheim, Grange Road, going left.
Huh.
I have no idea. You mean that one of those big ones?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't even know.
Right on
that
the
was
green.
that was another napper.
What was the one across from Keene? I worked at Keene gas station.
For the Algiers.
Algiers, yeah.
No.
It's like the Aloha now. But they had people living there that
Hmm.
didn't have any place to live or whatever. That's where they got their monthly check and stuff,
Like a flop house?
pretty much. So
They changed it to.
the Aloha something.
where people do it.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's such a bad joke. So anyway, they the people would come across the street and spend all their money from the government on instant tickets and lottery and stuff and cigarettes. And then they're paying with their change for cigarettes because they've run out of money.
Yeah, silver.
But there was a guy that literally came into the store. He had nothing on. He had socks on. He was probably in his 60s. He had like all white hair.
Hmm.
And he had a t-shirt thrown over his shoulder, stark naked, socks, puts a Coke on the counter, and there were younger people working there, and they're like, what should we do? I'm like, because he wouldn't leave. I'm like, just say thank you, have a nice day, because he just wanted to be rung up. And so they did, and he left. So I called Burbank Police, and they're like, can you describe him? Seriously, there's like a 60-year-old man that's probably about 200 pounds, 250 pounds, walking down the street with a pair of socks on. They're like, well, we just want to make sure. I'm like, why? In case there's like two naked 60-year-old men walking down the street. Yeah.
Yeah, and he probably doesn't have a wallet because he didn't have a pocket to put
Nope.
it in.
And he definitely was Irish. So I'm just saying.
Oh,
But
here
I-
we go again with the Irish.
I didn't go there with him.
Like a flow relief tattoo on his head.
Nope. If
No?
the penis fits, wear it.
Oh,
Just
he had a
saying.
little- He had a little sparrow's nest.
A little sparrow's nest, right?
Did anybody ever stay at the Hilton over there on Oak Lawn?
Wedding night.
Oh, that big circular one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my.
never did, but my sister used to go there during the summertime with their kids just to use the pool.
Like a
Yeah.
staycation.
Yeah,
We had a couple
exactly.
meetings there for something.
Yeah, I went there for like this scam of where they try to sell you shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's a really good job. Come to the Hilton Hotel on 95th and Cicero, and we're gonna pay you 30 grand a year. Then you would go there, and they would try to have you sell vacuums.
Yeah.
I would go just to try to
Oh,
impress
yeah,
the lady.
transfer things.
Be like, hey, you want to go to the Hilton?
Like timeshare.
No, it was like literally selling vacuums.
Oh, vacuums.
Pyramid, you had to buy them from
Yeah, it was a
somebody.
pyramid. It was basically a pyramid
You
scheme.
had to buy the vacuums and then sell them.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you
you
had to
would make
buy.
all your money by selling a vacuum to your buddy so he could sell them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then every once in a while, somebody that buys them, and then they're calling you out of the blue, trying to sell you.
I actually
Yeah,
I actually knew somebody that was in that class with me. I'll call it a class. It was
Yeah.
whatever seminar, who actually did it.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
they lasted about a month, and then they were out of it.
Yeah. Right.
but I
My
didn't. do
college
it.
roommate did that to me. He calls me up out of the blue, and I'm thinking, oh, he's wanting to call, being social. He had something to sell me. And it was some bullshit. I don't even know. I don't even remember what it was, but it was a pyramid scheme scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, the
we
the
did-
big one when I was growing up were the vacuums.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. It was they called
The
it the pig.
Kirby's?
No,
It
they
was the
called it the
Kirby's?
they called it the pig because it was like about it was probably about this big and it was 500 horsepower of pure energy, and if you put it too close to your eyeball, it would suck it out of your skull. And those were the good things on it.
We did the water purifier scam.
NSA. It was called NSA.
Yeah,
Remember the water purification system?
yeah, we did that one.
Oh boy. I
got-
had a guy calling me. And my dad was getting so pissed because my dad would always answer the phone. Yeah, this guy, you gotta get rid of him. Had to get
Yeah,
rid
we
of him.
bought, you had to buy like what, 10 units or something, and then you had to try selling them. And,
Oh, hell.
but we got roped into that Kirby thing.
Huh.
We bought a Kirby from some gal
I
that
mean,
came to the
Kirby's were
house.
good vacuum cleaners, but they were expensive.
Right.
Yeah, they're like $900.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this wasn't a
Wow.
Kirby. This was something else.
Damn.
Wow.
I think the one we bought was over 1,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
they
Oh,
last.
it'll see-
You're still paying for it.
It'll shampoo your rug, and it'll take all the dust mites off your bed, and yeah, we heard it all.
Right.
It's so-
better
it's-
for $1,000.
It's
And of course, the wife is like, can we get it? Can we buy it? So I'm
Oh,
like,
good
oh my
Lord.
God, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Dan, you could have used that at the hotel.
I was about to say it's so good. I remember they used to use this at the hotel.
Oh, picking up all kinds of shit.
I have a job at the Fit Rec Center at Moraine Valley, and I'm being told that the custodial staff is no longer going to work a second shift. So they want us to do things, including vacuuming. So if any of you can pony up on some of these $1,000 mega, vacuums, I'm in the market.
Hey, did
I
you
don't
ever
have-
find your van,
Tracy.
Trace?
My van.
Oh,
No,
the
you
one
know
you were
what?
looking
No,
for.
I have not been able to get a vehicle for this project that's coming up, and they still
There's
have that
gotta
posting
be,
up.
there's gotta be a van somewhere in Illinois.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to network with
what
the
year,
Facebook people.
Trace, did you say 1980?
Yeah, anything in the 80s, like a minivan or, something of that, something
Mark, you know
family
anything?
oriented.
Didn't know anything about what,
About a 1980 minivan? Do you know where there's one or,
1980?
yeah, like
Dodge Caravan with the
Marty
fake wood.
said, no such thing as a 1980.
Minivan?
minivan.
Well, I can bring this post back up. to
Well,
try
that's
to-
why you can't find it because they didn't exist.
No shit. Tracy, you're gonna be
Marty
looking
said
for a
Dodge
long
was the
time.
first one with a minivan. And what year was that?
That was 1984.
So Dodge was the first one with a minivan and that was in
80s.
1984.
Yeah, 80s, 80 to 89.
So, okay, 84.
Well, 84 to
Yeah.
89 now, Tracy. You can't say 80 anymore.
80s.
No, it's 84 to 89.
Right.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, Dodge had the square minivan.
If you have a 1980s minivan, any make, any model, any color,
Earl Scheib.
Kind of color.
Kind of color.
I'm
Kind
in
of
the
color at
market.
all.
Yeah, as long as you picked up the car and.
They're looking for one for movie.
Yeah, and I can forego the stipend. It's $150 a day.
$150 a day to use it.
And I'm an
Why don't
excellent
you just
driver.
buy it?
Yeah, you probably have to go down south to find a square body.
Probably find one for
It
600
doesn't have
bucks.
to be that, it doesn't have to be that make. It doesn't matter what make.
Well, it has to be that vintage, right?
It has to be that vintage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, then Dodge was the only one with the minivan.
He said Dodge was the only one with a minivan for those years.
Yeah, I think the picture that I showed, it's, you know, they call it a Woody.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see it, probably not.
yeah,
Well,
we
it's
can.
blurred where you got it. It's
Right
blurred,
there.
Trace.
I'm trying.
Oh, yeah, it has the wood panels and everything.
Ain't
Yeah.
it beautiful?
I
It's
had
got
one.
that powerful
you?
4-cylinder engine.
You were with me
Got it.
when I was throwing it to the scrapyard.
Oh, yeah, Marty did have one like that.
One looks like a spaceship. Looks like something.
Hey, if you
out of
ever like have a
Wars.
list of cars, talk to Marty, because Marty has a list of cars.
Yeah, it just gives me the opportunity to, you know, to work the show, to work the program, and then, you know, the vehicle's a prop. And,
Right.
you know, just another way to work my
Get
way
your-
up to the set.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do they need it both ways?
It's for a movie, Trace.
It's a project called The Bear. I'm not sure. It might be a series. I'm not really sure.
Are they gonna soil it?
Because Dan can clean it up.
I doubt it.
Dan's having flashbacks.
Isn't that a song? Making Love in My Chevy Van?
Yeah, and that's all right with me.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that on your reel to reel?
Yeah, it's right here.
There you go.
Can you see it?
It's looking good, by the way.
Thanks.
Are you finding some good reel to reel tapes?
I am. I found a guy that was selling a bunch of ones from the 1980s
That's cool.
from a radio
Mhm.
station.
That's very cool.
Oh, actual
So-
radio station tape?
Yeah.
Like air checks.
There you go.
Well, they're not even air check. Well, they're actual shows.
Oh, just the program. Just
Yeah,
the
it's like
full
a lot
program?
of it is jazz,
Okay.
and
It'd
then
be
some
cool
of
to have
it's
the air check.
news and sports, and it's from a place near Beloit in Rockford that all these are coming from.
Oh wow. Okay. Pretty
But
cool.
they're fun to listen to
Yeah, I'll bet.
because they're talking about like I forgot whoever would have been president. They're talking about
Oh,
Reagan
like,
or Nixon or
news.
whoever it was.
like news broadcasts of the
Right,
day.
right.
Wow.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
since
that's
what's cool
cool
too
stuff.
is they talk about like the Illinois politicians from back then too, because it was the radio station was in Illinois, but it broadcast to Beloit, Wisconsin.
Yeah. But they would always talk about Illinois related.
Right, because they were in Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois has been in the news for politics since, forever.
Yeah. How about it?
Oh, do you remember the whole thing about the Secretary of State who was a Powell, Andrew Powell or something, who died, and then they found like millions of dollars in his closet in shoe boxes?
Did you hear that, Mark?
What?
A politician in Chicago. Or
No,
Illinois.
he was like the
He
what
was
did
a
I say?
general, wasn't he?
How?
Wasn't he a general?
Powell.
No, not I might be saying the name wrong. He was
That one after he died, they found millions of dollars in his closet
in shoe boxes.
and shoe boxes.
Oh,
He was a Secretary of State.
Yeah, Secretary of State. I said it and then I forgot what I said.
Powell?
Yeah, that's what Dan said.
What was?
He said Powell.
Yeah, so I was right.
He said Jerome Powell.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
could
don't
be.
remember that one.
I just remember the last name.
I know Boog Powell.
Was that from the
He played
80s?
third base for the Orioles.
70s or 80s it was.
Marty can tell you, Chicago.
Boogaloo.
politics.
But yeah, they found millions of dollars in shoebox of cash in shoe boxes in his closet after he died.
Damn.
Wow.
Proof you can't take it with you.
Yeah. Proof that politicians can be bought.
How about
Studies
this
have
one?
shown.
Speaking of
Yeah.
shoe boxes, Imelda Marcos.
3,942 shoe boxes.
Wow.
All shoes. She loved
All
shoes.
shoes.
That's awesome.
She had more shoes than shoes.
She almost
Yeah.
had the Beatles killed for not showing up to her party.
Is that real?
Yeah, they were dangerously close to not surviving that.
Really?
They had to flee the country. It was really bad.
The Philippines?
They had a concert in Manila, and somehow they inadvertently snubbed Marcos,
Oh,
and they were really in trouble.
wow.
They got out of there fast,
Yeah.
really fast. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never
it's
heard
kind
that
of a-
one.
That's an interesting one. And then they were like, after they found out about Marcos, they were like, they were glad that they snubbed her. You know, they thought
Huh.
that was cool that they actually did the right. They inadvertently did the right thing. You know?
Is there any footage of that concert?
There's some footage of them like being interviewed, and they're talking about like the treatment that they had. You know, they were getting shoved around a lot, and then it was like just getting progressively worse. But there's kind
Wow.
of little clips of it, you know, that type of thing.
That wasn't
they-
on Let It Be.
No, this was earlier. This was 66. Yeah, that's the last year that they toured. They were having such a bad time with it all. They were so fed up with it.
Is that hard to believe that they stopped touring that early in their career?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they stopped
Oh, what?
touring before
Can you guys-
amplification. They basically didn't have any like sound coming back on them, so they couldn't even hear their playing. They were just playing, you know. Ringo was just following their bums.
Yeah, they didn't have the monitors.
Right, no monitors. You know, and you
Wow.
think about the Rolling Stones, you know, like the Rolling Stones would have been long gone, but they've made a career out of the concert touring. They've made it, you know, that big business of concert touring. They have it down, you know, just to a science,
Well, they would sell out triple too every time they played somewhere.
and make all the money too.
Yeah.
You know, that they
When did you
became,
guys watch that movie? Didn't they stop going to, didn't they not do concerts for for so many years there, Dan?
oh, after Gimme Shelter,
After that guy got
Altamont?
stabbed. Yeah.
after Altamont.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking
like
about
they-
the Stones?
Yeah.
Oh, the Stones.
Not the Beatles. When did the
No,
Yeah,
not-
when did the
I thought-
Beatles stop touring?
In 66.
Oh, in 19. So what album? Do you know what album that would be?
You know, what's really weird, Revolver was just released in August of 66. They did not play one song from the new album. They would just play their old set because they were so fed up with touring. They really, to be honest, they weren't making any kind of an effort to really advance. And they were just showing up for gigs, playing oldies more or less. And Revolver never got any sort of treatment as like the quote unquote new album. Let's promote the heck out of it. It just, they weren't set up like that. It's not like it is now, you know.
Like Prince, just released, even though he's dead,
Yeah,
released, they just had, album released, like, I don't know, in the last 6 months or something.
I've heard that Prince has more recordings unreleased than
Yep.
he ever released.
Right, like ready
Yeah.
to roll. So they just released an album though.
Wow.
Wasn't there another group that did that? They just, the studio release, never before released. There are a couple groups that have done that,
Yeah, there have been. I heard a song by Linda McCartney actually that was released many years after she died. Because she recorded it and then Paul finished it years after she
wow.
died and they released it. It was really good. I didn't even know she could sing. I knew she played
Oh,
the
yeah.
keyboards.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
know
she was harmonizing with Paul.
with the eagle, not the Eagles, the
The Wings. Yeah.
Wings,
A
yeah.
lot of
Yeah,
their
so
songs.
even
were
before
harmonized.
Wings, when Paul was doing the solo albums, he was putting, they were, Linda's name was credited. It was Paul and Linda McCartney, like the Admiral Halsey, Uncle Albert single. That was Paul and Linda.
Oh, I really
McCartney.
like that song. I forgot about that song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that is a
can
good
still
song.
hear that playing out of an AM radio, like from being a kid. And it was just such a cool, being 6 years old, it was like
And Larry Lujak.
Paul had
WLF.
that sort of way,
Do
he
do
could
do
make a
do do
melody.
do do
Yeah.
do
Right.
do 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 do.
And when you're a kid, you're just like, doo-doo-doo,
Yep.
Very cool.
I find it interesting that she came from big money.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because Paul was with Jane Asher for 5 years, those five, incredible Beatle years. But he was messing around and she broke it off. And then not soon thereafter, I think he was already, had some sort of a relationship on some level. And there was like this very quick transition.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was Eastman, right? Linda Eastman
Yeah,
from Eastman Kodak.
Right.
Oh, really?
She
Yeah.
was a photographer and she basically met Paul through a photography gig of some sort.
Well, she did a lot of photography on their farm. They had a farm
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think my Aunt Rachel had a book of it, of her photographs.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle were really big into the Beatles and McCartney and that. I had
Oh,
several
yeah.
books on it.
Oh, it's amazing. Just
Yeah.
endless, just so much nuance. I mean,
Well,
there's-
I think some of the best songwriters ever, period, were the Beatles.
yeah, you can't imagine
They knew how to
music
make a
without
hit.
them,
They did.
They did.
Absolutely.
And then they played their music for the time,
Well, they did. You know what's amazing too, though? The Beatles' music was basically like the reason they were so big was because they were basically taking American music and putting their twist on it.
Mhm.
Right.
Where all of the all of the other English bands were just playing English music.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, they had a huge influence, really from black R&B,
Absolutely. Yep.
race records. But they did it in a way that it just elevated it, to another level. And what was really cool about the Beatles is like in the black community and the music black community, they appreciated what the Beatles were doing, and then they were covering Beatles songs.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the best covers, are black artists covering Beatles songs. It's just amazing, that interplay, that back and forth. It's like a language of its own, and it transcends the race. It's music.
Yeah, they wouldn't be anything without Elvis.
Well, actually, Elvis
They were
took a
hugely
lot of
influenced
that
by
too.
Elvis.
Yep.
No, you're
I'm
right
just-
about that. They loved Elvis.
They loved Elvis early, but then they saw Elvis as a major sellout. Like the post-army Elvis, they thought not, they were very down on that era. He became Mr. Showbiz, and it just wasn't the same, But the
I
early
didn't really get into the Beatles as a kid. It wasn't
Yeah.
until later on. So I never really followed any of their stuff. I know nothing about them.
We grew up with the Beatles.
Right,
So-
but I was more, I don't know. I just wasn't a big fan back then. I would listen, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta,
So I grew up in a household where my mother and my two sisters, who are 11 and 10 years older, all were Beatles fans. So I basically, from birth, just, that was ingrained.
Well, that's the right age, absolutely, because that's my brothers and sisters' age.
Yeah.
The reason I knew them was because of them. Because in
Yeah.
'66, I would have been 6 years old.
See,
I was a baby.
my sister was the big record, bought all the albums, Bobby
Yeah.
Sherman, Donny Osmond, all
Yeah.
them, so she had all the records. My brother, he wasn't really big on, he liked music, but he wasn't like
I'm not
you know,
a fan of anybody.
yeah, he didn't purchase. So I would, grab a record or two out of her collection and play it. But my mom was the huge Elvis fan.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
and my dad was the country guy. So
Yeah.
you didn't hear much Beatles in our family. There wasn't, it was either Elvis, country, the pop, whatever,
Yeah.
Bobby Sherman's and them.
But
you know.
as much as my mom loved the Beatles, she also loved the Monkees, but she also was a big country music fan. So we also grew up with a lot of that kind of that mid 60s into the 70s. Anybody that was big in the country scene, kind of the hee-haw era, if you will.
Yeah.
That was also, and I can remember, my dad watching the Johnny Cash show. I can have
Right.
vivid memories of that.
Well, I remember my parents watching Lawrence Welk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Every
My
Sunday night.
grandparents would have that on,
Yep.
when we would come over.
Name
It was-
name the guy on Lawrence Welk show that was in charge of the bubble machine.
Oh,
Ed Boone.
No. Start the bubble machine.
Oh,
Gene?
what was his name?
Gene the Dancing Machine.
No, that
do
was
you
the
know who
Gong
it is?
Show.
Is somebody like
Long
famous
show.
for something else?
George.
George.
Ran the bubble machine.
I never knew that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, now you know.
He'll ask
I
us
re-
that next week.
Right.
That's my name, my first named character as an actor, George.
Yeah, that was like clockwork, man. Every Sunday night it had to be on.
Yeah,
Lawrence
Saturday
Welk?
nights.
Yeah.
What channel?
Yeah.
Channel 9.
Channel 9.
Yeah.
That must have been syndicated like nationwide from, different channels in different cities would pick it up, but it wouldn't be any of the networks. It was always probably something independent, I'm thinking.
See, Sundays we were always over at my grandma's house for that show. So we had no choice. We had to watch it.
When we were at my grandmother's house, which wasn't a lot, but when we were, they would watch the Lawrence Welk. But when we were at home, it was always Hee Haw and Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Hee Haw.
Yeah.
Hee-Haw was a good show.
Remember the Dancing Pigs? Do you guys remember the graphic, the Dancing Pig?
Oh yeah,
graphic?
yeah,
the
yeah,
three-
yeah.
yeah, the three little
The
pigs.
graphic. I couldn't
Yeah.
picture it
was
till you
kind of
said
my-
it. Yeah.
That was my go-to.
And then
And then you had-
also the show I liked back then was Laughing.
Yeah, Rowan and
Yeah,
Martin.
That was
Yeah,
popular.
Yeah, Rowan and Martin's Laughing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
very
dad would watch
popular.
that
You're right.
religiously. He watched it because Goldie Hawn was on
Oh yeah, who didn't?
there.
And
Dan,
Artie Johnson.
Yeah, Artie
Yeah.
Johnston,
Very interesting.
Ruth
But
Buzzy.
stupid.
did you, Dan, when you were in Nashville, did you ever tour the Grand Ole Opry?
I went there and see. Do you mean the old one or the new one?
The new one.
I
Did you ever
went
do
there
the
and
tour?
I actually seen. Well, I didn't tour it, but I seen some bands there.
So we took the tour, and there was one section where they used to film the Hee Haw, and they showed us the little. It was real small. It was
Are you
not a
talking
very
about the
big-
Ryman? The Ryman
no.
Auditorium?
No, this was the other one. This was the other Opry, and they filmed they filmed some of the Hee Haw episodes in this one little section. It was really neat.
Oh, wow.
And you wouldn't look at it when you looked at it on TV. You're thinking it's some huge, but it was just a real small, kind of like maybe the size of the old Argo theater stage.
Hmm.
The
was about
Bulow
that.
Auditorium?
Yeah, it was probably about that size. And then all the people used to sit up on the overhead. And they would film everything down below, and then they would have the signs for like people to clap and applause and everything. It's really interesting. Kinda
Applesauce.
neat. Huh?
Applesauce.
Applesauce.
You don't get it? From Larry
Oh.
Sanders. It's from Larry Sanders.
Oh.
Ah.
Dan, are you
Oh.
okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Do I look tired?
No, maybe you're having a little stroke or something. I don't know. Applesauce.
Hey now.
I thought Tracy was gonna get that since he
Hey
does the
now.
hey now. Because
Oh.
every show he would say, and if you see the sign, it says applesauce. Oh no, I'm just kidding. It says applause.
I do not
That's
remember
cool. That was cool. That was cool. That was good. That was some good comedy. Some good.
Yeah, I watched a few episodes after we were talking about it Because
Yeah,
it's
that's
on,
cool.
it's on, I think it's on HBO Max. You can watch
Is it
it.
really? Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a fun watch.
It's fun to watch it.
That
Absolutely.
was, you know, that had a lot of thought behind it. I always thought, you know.
It was a neat concept to be it was about a talk show,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I remember that show.
but it
now.
wasn't a real talk show.
Yeah.
But you would
Yeah.
swear it was like a documentary about Larry Sanders' talk show.
Didn't it? He passed away not too long ago.
Yeah, he did. Was it
Yeah,
last
that's a
sometime
shame.
last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, I can remember Gary Shandling, you know, getting time on Carson and kind of doing his thing. But it wasn't anything that was like incredibly out of the ordinary. And then,
Who was the other guy, the real rough guy on the show? He was in Men in Black.
oh,
From what show?
oh,
The Larry Sanders show.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
He would book the acts and stuff and give them all
Um,
shit. Give him a hard time about
um,
whatever.
He has like a real cool name.
Yeah.
Like I know who you're talking about. He kind of talks
can't-
like you, actually.
I
He's
can't
got
think
this
of his name.
voice,
though.
this real distinct voice.
kind
Yeah.
of like a street creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's almost like a fake name. It's like
yeah,
so
it is.
good.
It is. Oh man, senior
Gotta look it
moments.
up. Gotta look it up.
Look it up.
Who's looking it up?
Wikipedia.
Dan is,
Dan is okay.
I will.
He's doing our show notes.
Well, folks, it's about that time for me.
You got to go to work tomorrow, don't you?
I do.
That sucks.
I work every Saturday morning at 6:30.
Larry Sanders show.
I
Wait
work
a minute.
until 6:30 p.m.
I almost teared up there.
About the Larry
Yeah.
Sanders Show. Hey now.
Almost.
This series offers a behind-the-scenes look at late-night
Rip
talk show
Torn.
host Larry Sanders.
Rip Torn, that's it.
Oh, he's a real guy.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but that was
You said it was a fake name. It's not a fake
no. I
name.
said
No,
it sounds
It's
fake.
so, it's so
gonna-
cool. It sounds
But I'm thinking Rip Torn was not born
Oh,
Rip Torn. Do they give Rip Torn's real name?
did
Well, it
anybody go
says
to
Rip
Argo
Torn.
here?
Everything I've ever seen him on, his name was Rip Torn.
Yeah,
wait.
that's the name he goes by. But you know, was it the Torn
Maybe his parents
family?
were-
Hey,
So
he
what
looks
is
like
it,
a
like
Rip.
crack broken?
Well, his mother's name was partially torn.
Partial.
I think
He's
you
got a-
should change your name from Rosenstyle to Tracy
Yeah.
Rip.
Now you tell me. That could have been a whole lot easier.
That would have been so much easier
I
to
had to
do your
learn.
signature.
I'm in first grade. I'm looking over the desk trying to get the letters. Okay. I'm doing them like 3 at a time. I'm looking. That's how I had to learn.
See, now I would look at the person next to me and
I was
use
doing
their name.
swats.
You do need a stage name, Trace.
I do.
Well, when you make it famous,
Oh, okay.
you know.
We'll have to work on that.
I mean, actually, you got a cool name. You just got to make it like Rose and then just Steel. Steel.
Yeah, sometimes the name gets shortened to Rose or Ross, you know, that kind of thing.
Ross
Hmm.
Steele. Oh, Ross
Ross.
Steele.
There you
Tracy
go.
Ross Steele. That sounds
Whoa.
badass.
That is badass.
Ross
See, I think my
Steele.
parents didn't have much hope for me being able to spell, so they made it very simple, only 4 letters and 4 letters.
I think they just seen the gas station and said, "Okay, here we go."
That's it. And I worked at the, here, look at, I worked
worked
at
at
the
a
gas
Keen.
station, and that's actually where I met Marty. So
Yeah,
my,
but
my,
sometimes the easiest last names are always the hardest to pronounce.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know
not
how
that
many
one, but-
times they screwed up mine. It's like,
Or
where
mine.
do where do you see an A? There's no A in my
Yeah.
name.
Oh,
And
that's interesting.
It's
Yeah.
Randall, it's
Randall.
Riedel, it's Rydell. You know,
now we sound like Greece.
I know,
Like
right
Rendell.
down high.
where do
Right.
you see where is there an A,
Yeah, how do you mess up
Anywhere in my-
Rendell?
you know?
How do you
Well, they
mess
call
up-
me Roach. Where do you see an A in mine?
The
What?
H is
Yeah.
silent.
I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's weird. You can mess up any name. Any name is fair game.
And I still get it. Still today. Mike Randall?
Randall.
Randall, where do you see an A?
Apparently, it's a pet peeve.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, if there was an A, fine, but there's no A,
Wow.
you know?
It's
Yeah,
not
it's hard to
Randall.
believe they can mess that up.
Oh. Yeah, I don't get it. Even in high school, they could never get it right.
Rodeo!
Yeah.
Rodeo! Rose Seal! You got a
Yeah.
brother named Mike? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's very good. He scored 30 points in a V game.
Oh, yeah. I think he just did that for attention.
I think so too.
Who's
I don't
that?
think Mr. Nick.
He was
Oh,
awesome.
Mr. Nick was. He was good.
He
Mr.
was
Nick would mess
so-
up things on purpose.
He was
Yeah, he would.
awesome. I love Mr. Nick. I think he was pulling our leg.
No, man. Did he ever make you do a push up for being late?
Down, up,
Yeah.
down.
Drop and give me 20, boy.
Oh, we
All right.
were just being loud and he stopped everything we were doing and made us
Oh,
do.
yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah.
And waiting at the gym doors on a Friday, and he'd be like, "Have a
You know,
nice
he-
weekend."
It only
Even
happened
if-
one time.
Your freaking arms would be shaking because.
You know, he played football in the CFL. He
Really.
played with Hamilton.
No kid.
He's like, we could do this all day. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I remember that. I think we were in gym class together freshman year,
Yeah.
and one day we screwed up, and we spent the morning, well, the hour, I guess, we doing
Yeah.
push-ups.
Yeah, he didn't
Your
mess
arms
around.
would- Your arms would be like this,
No,
you know,
right.
like,
He would clown around, but when he wanted, when he was serious, he was serious.
Oh,
sweet.
big time.
well, we
He
had a
should-
lot of
he-
clowns in our class.
He gave me a shiv with his hand one day. I forgot I did something stupid, and he hit me in the chest, and
Oh,
I thought he broke my sternum.
wow.
He was
I
a
mean,
big guy. I remember
oh,
that.
he
Yeah,
was-
I remember health class, and he
was
laid on the
strong,
floor and
dude.
showed us how to lift him. Like he had
Yeah.
kids on each side. We had to lift him. He goes, and if you guys drop me, you're all gonna fail. So, yep. I'm
I
like,
only
holy
had him
cow.
that freshman year, though. That was it.
Hey, do you guys remember, and I can't remember if it was Argo or Wilkins, but there was a male gym teacher, and they used to call him like the captain or something because he was like a super military guy, had the military haircut. And when he would do like count offs, he would like say, like they count off in a military, which I don't even know how it works, but so it would be like up to 1, 2, 3, 4, or some kind of bullshit military count off.
I don't remember.
And I never heard
No.
of it. But he was like
Like a
really
drill sergeant.
strict, and yeah, it was like just exactly like a drill sergeant.
I don't
Maybe that's
No,
what
I
they
don't
used to call
remember
him, like
anything.
sergeant or something.
Do you guys remember Mr. Maruzark from Wilkins?
Oh,
the national
yeah.
guy?
He was a delivery guy for Fasano.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So you
Was
guys
he
go
really?
to school, and then the
He-
pizza guy
He'd
is
show,
your
up, he'd
teacher.
show up at the house sometimes
Yeah.
and go, "Did you do your homework?" I said, "What the hell? It's
Oh,
a
that's
weekend. I don't have to
weird.
answer that."
Yeah,
that's
you know?
that's,
weird.
that's what I was gonna say.
I
Yeah.
had him for the first time in 6th grade science at Wilkins,
Uh-huh.
and he was intense. I mean, he was
Yep.
really, and then he would start kind of going into the Vietnam talk, and then we weren't talking about science anymore. Or-
No,
We were
he'd go
kinda-
Sam Kinison on you.
Yeah.
yeah. I got along great with him because I was a good student.
Yeah,
But if you were not a good student,
you're marked for death. Yeah.
he would really go after you.
Yeah, he
He
would.
would kind of like shut the class down,
He had a Napoleon complex, I think.
and he would really get wild.
Yep.
He would really just go off on a tangent, and you'd
Yeah.
have to sit there thanking God that you weren't the one screwing up.
Yeah,
Man,
Yep.
he was really, really.
Yeah, there was a few whack jobs we had back then.
He was not well. Not well.
That,
But when he was on, he was good and everything was great. But then, he would go off that deep end. Ooh.
there was a teacher, Mr. Miller. I think it might have been Bridgeview.
No, it was Wilkins.
Was it
Wilkins was
Wilkins?
Tall
Mr. Miller, yeah.
Miller, the really tall guy.
Yeah, kind of big
Big old,
shoulders.
big old beer belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't that humanities or something? No,
He
maybe not.
was a little off his rock too sometimes.
Yeah.
How about Mr. Dale? Did anybody have that, Mr.
Never had
Dale?
him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
had Mr. Dale, best teacher I ever had.
I
Ever.
never had him.
Was he a
Best
shop
math
guy
teacher
or a
ever.
science guy?
Best-
No, he
Math.
was
Math.
Math?
math. Yeah,
Oh,
math.
guy. Okay. Never had him.
No.
He was fantastic.
He was one of the best teachers I ever had. He actually made math interesting,
Yep.
even if you
He would
weren't a math
challenge
head.
you. He
Huh?
would challenge you with candy bars. Did he do that when you were
Huh?
there, Dan?
Yeah, yeah.
Garage closed? Oh.
Like he was smart. Like, let's say
Oh,
he
like it went up again.
explained something and he'd be like, did everybody get it? And if somebody's like, no, I still don't understand, he'd pick one of the students. He's like, well, maybe it's how I'm explaining it. Hey, Dan, come up here and you explain it. But everybody was comfortable. Like, you weren't afraid to say, I don't know. Cause he's like, well, we're not going to move on. I want everybody to understand it. So maybe I'm explaining it wrong. Let me get somebody else up here. He would take the time.
We
know?
had a lot of gearheads in our class.
Right.
So he would make it relate to cars
Yeah.
and he would
Smart.
teach.
Right. He
Wow.
just passed
And now
away
all of a
couple-
sudden all
like
these
last
people
year.
would start listening.
Right.
Hold on.
He made it relatable.
Well, he adapted to the crowd then.
Yeah,
That's
no,
pretty
he
cool.
was
He
a
was great.
fantastic
He
teacher.
would wait
Wow.
until you were like if everybody was like kind of dozing or doing like classwork, he'd come by with a book and he'd slam it on the desk and everybody would be like, yeah, he was good though.
Hey, did any of you guys go to Moraine Valley by any chance?
I did.
There was a history teacher there. His name was Mr. King, King. Did you have
I had
him?
him.
He was
Same.
one of the best history teachers I've ever seen. And his tests were unbelievably fair because he'd give you like 25 questions and all you had to answer was 20 of them. Because he would say that I always do that because some of my questions might be confusing, so we'll eliminate 5 right away.
Yeah, I had his classes and I always thought they were good. I was always a history buff anyway. But I have to admit, he always wore the same sport coat to every class.
Yeah,
So he never wore a different sport coat.
he
always
was
had the same coat.
like the most mild-mannered guy I've ever met.
Yeah.
And he was like, he knew, like, I guess he was actually in the service.
Okay.
So he was actually a military expert, like in
Oh, wow.
weaponry and all of that.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? So this mild-mannered guy was probably as deadly as they come.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah.
We
But I
had a-
remember him. Yeah.
We had a couple coaches that were like that.
I had to go get them though, so I
They would
had
throw
to go-
tennis balls at us doing snake crawls.
Oh,
And
wow.
if it hit, there was a grenade hitting you and you had to run two laps around the track.
Hey Rick, were you in John Rutkowski's? He had a class, a social studies class, talking about military defense.
Oh yeah, I was in that. I had to take it.
Oh, that's amazing. I never got to take it. I don't remember.
He
what
would
the
he'd get all the
circumstances were.
declassified Russian documents and we'd go over all this and that,
Wow.
the
That's
Cold
pretty cool.
War.
It's a wonder he got to teach that because that was just really like
Maybe he got in
Awesome.
under the wire.
it got under something because it was very cool, but it's like I don't know how that ended up being
Well, it
curriculum.
wouldn't be like that now.
I
because
think he did that for
we
the
can't
football
offend
players.
everybody.
Oh no, it would be the whole other way.
Yeah.
You think?
I know.
Well, instead of progressing, we're regressing. Sometimes I feel like.
You wouldn't have a class like that. I just thought that was the coolest thing. I don't know what the circumstances
And there
were,
there
but
really
I
weren't
couldn't
any
take it.
tests. There were
Really?
no tests. Yeah, it was just like
I
all we
think-
did was talk.
I think I heard about it too late, or you had to be on the football team, or it was something. I can't remember what.
It was interesting though, because he would
I'll
get,
bet.
documents that were sealed forever. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you can read about this and you can read about that. And then we talk about it.
And then how is he even getting that stuff?
Nobody ever asked him.
This is the early 1980s. We're still
Yeah.
in the Cold War.
Yeah, and he was getting stuff
Yeah.
that, I think he worked for the CIA, to tell you the truth.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I just talked to him not 6 months ago.
No kidding.
Yeah, asking him if he was going to go to a reunion, and he said he'd go if he felt any better. So, yeah, he broke my nose senior year
Oh boy.
before the Revis game. We were playing Bull in the Ring, and he yelled my name, and I charged him, and he hit me with a forearm, and face mask went into my nose and split it like
Oh.
yeah. So I'm playing the whole game with 2 boxes of cotton in my
And
nose.
and then they said, I think they broke his nose.
Yeah, it hurt, man. He asked me too. He said, "Jesus, are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'll be all right."
Remember from Longest Yard?
Yeah, that was say you're sorry.
I think they broke his
Please,
nose.
please say you're.
I think it broke his nose.
fucking
I told you I
nose.
broke his nose.
I told you.
That's probably another movie that could make that list that you were asking about. Every
That
time
was
you
a good.
watch it.
The original. The original.
The original,
Yeah.
not the.
Yeah.
I hate remakes generally, but
Yeah, every once in a while they're good.
hate's a little strong.
Yeah.
But Ray Nitschke was the middle
Yes.
linebacker for the Guards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was a character.
Did you ever
Oh,
see
sure.
Sabrina? The movie Sabrina?
No.
Oh,
It's really good. It was a remake. The original actress was a beauty. She was a little small woman. I can't think of her name, but super famous. But she was an original Sabrina. And then the remake had Harrison Ford and
Oh, I remember that. It was
I can't-
not Isabella Rossellini.
no.
It was the other one. I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember their name, but because I seen them both. I seen the remake first, and I liked it so much that I went and found the other one, the original one. And the original one was really good too, but it was just better.
I saw the second one on a flight somewhere. They had it.
Yeah, it did really well. All right, what do you think? Should we wrap it up? So
Sure.
Mike can go to bed. Gina can go to bed.
Sure.
Yeah, I gotta work at 6:30 anyway.
I'll be sleeping. I'll probably still be up.
You'll probably still be up.
I will.
I'll be driving.
I think Rick is like a vampire. I think he stays up all night.
I
Because in the
don't. I don't.
middle
Rick sleeps like 3 hours a day.
in the middle of the night, I'll get up to go to the bathroom because that's what old people do.
Yep, that's what I do. About 3 o'clock.
And then I'll check my phone and it's like, Rick just posted this 2 seconds ago.
Yep. And then he responds back too, if you like it.
Yeah. I just don't sleep. I haven't slept in 3 years, 4 years.
Rick, nocturnal
Yeah,
rock.
since he
You
got
come
here.
home and now this thing's starting to act up.
What's that?
Kumi.
No,
Or Mike.
Mike's blaming his shortcomings on somebody.
Oh, is that what it
My,
is?
my kid just come home and now my bandwidth is starting to make noise.
I noticed that too. Yeah. Ground them.
See?
Tell them they can't be on it.
Kids these days.
Your fault.
Shut up. Kids these days.
All right.
Cheers.
Hey,
I have
Vlad,
nothing to cheer.
cheers.
Cheers to you guys.
Hey,
All
where's
right,
our
guys.
glasses? Where's our mugs? Where's our
One,
stuff?
one.
We promised
I
for
gotta
those?
I gotta
Brought
order
to you
'em.
by.
I'm kidding.
Hey, one of these days we need.
No, I'm
to
gonna
do,
order them for sure.
Waiting for
We
that
gotta do an
keg.
in person, you guys. One day we gotta go to Dan's garage and
You
sit in the
should.
circle.
It'll be.
I think that'd be awesome.
But you know what's gonna happen? Remember
What?
how you guys were talking about whoever it was talking about when they went to the studio it was a lot smaller. Well, that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen here
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna eat some Taco
because
Bell before I go.
anybody that's ever seen my
Oh, no.
video, and then they come in the garage, they always say, "Why? I thought it'd be bigger."
Yeah. Always
And
look
then
for-
I have to pull up my pants and then say, "Oh, you mean the garage?"
Oh,
What up,
are you gonna edit that out?
Are you gonna edit that out?
All right, talk to you guys.
All
All right,
right,
good night.
Have a great one,
Bye.
guys. Take care.
be good.
Bye.
Be safe.
All right, fade to
too.
black.